Explosion.
Explosions.
Wait,
Ross, where did you go?
I don't know. It just said you removed me.
I did not remove you. What?
Oh,
Get back in here.
I'm joining.
You explode. Guts and viscera go everywhere.
Everywhere.
My streaming thing now broke.
I got you. Hang on.
Unbreak it.
What? You're a black bot. You've become the void. How did you do that? I didn't know rogues could do that.
he is
He rolled
the
a
void.
25. And I'm sorry, 25 and a half.
25.5. I like it.
Yep.
Let me check audio level.
There we go.
25.5. I like
Beep,
it.
beep. You see me now?
Check
Yep.
audio level.
There we go.
25.5.
You can see me.
Okay, cool. Let me pause the stream. Great. Hi everyone. Dungeons and Dragons time. It's Saturday. You know what that means. I gave it away. I said Dungeons and Dragons time.
Wah.
What? You keep growing. No, you grow more heads every time I see you.
Maybe.
Okay, the music can go now. That was fun. I liked it. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Saturday. Yep, indeed. For those of you who enjoy Saturday, it is a nice Saturday. I still have to work, unfortunately, but that's okay, because we're here now, and I don't have to work tomorrow, because even Jesus rested on Sunday.
Wah,
Men. All right, what word do you want?
wah. Cat in German.
Cat? Cat is Katze. It's D Katze.
Easy one.
Yeah, Katze. Kitten would be Ketchen, which is hilarious.
Kitchen.
Yep. And then if you really wanted to be adorable, Finger. Finger is finger in German. I'm so sorry. You have picked a terrible word. Der Finger.
It's just finger.
Or did you mean the action? Never mind. We're not going there.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'm not off cooldown to press
So-
crazy and boom. Someone please do it for me.
So cat is Katze. Ketchen is kitten. If you really wanted to say like adorable, cute, tiny little kitten, you would say Koischen, which is hilarious.
Sounds like conch shell.
A little bit, but like Moischen is tiny mouse, which we keep mice away from you.
Wah, wah.
We know about mice, we know about rats, so Haley!
Haley, what's up? Wow, you're here early. You're early in the stream. Look at you, early adopter. Cross, do the thing. Do the thing I told you to do. Quick. Hey, he's dead, isn't he?
He got some viscera went everywhere, yeah.
What happened?
You're watching me on PS3? I feel so honored.
Brr, brr.
I'll go ahead and play it. Hang on.
No, I got it.
I got it? Okay.
Bing.
Is that our old 2 pairs of rags that are this? I know they ported that rag to the PS3.
Ooh, that's loud. I gotta turn that one down. That's a good one. That's my new channel point alert that Solar and I worked really hard on. That's me. That's me dancing. I did that dance
Yes. He learned the whole dance in a day.
in 2 hours, basically. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to do. I did it literally just for the stream on a whim.
On a whim.
Woohoo! Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons, everyone. We're here to vividly hallucinate while using words with one another.
Yes.
That's what this
My
stream is all
favorite
about.
pastime.
Yes. Staring at dead trees and hallucinating vividly. That's what reading is. Did someone clip in their nails?
Nope. Soda opening, but it's not a soda.
Oh, what kind?
Rubber.
You gotta tell us what kind.
Energy drink, Monster Energy, Zero Ultra.
Monster.
Ram.
Oh, no, those are good. That's the white one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the wet one.
Those things are good. Anyway, so, yes. Would anyone care to recap what happened last session? Like the last like 10 minutes.
Cross stole a cat.
Yes.
Okay.
I have it right here.
buttons.
Let me just.
Specifically, Hilder stole a cat.
Here's the cat. Kitty cat.
The cat in question. Buttons. Yes! I literally recorded it just for the alert. And it's really loud. I'll have to go and fix that, or we're just going to be deaf every time someone redeems it.
Make it deaf. Make deafness.
Make people
a
deaf?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Like, I was sitting there wincing because it played. I was like, oh man, that's pretty loud.
And there it goes. That's a more or less surprising than the gunshot.
I love that. That was so much fun to do. I originally did it on like a very colorful mountain. Dance, my puppet. Yes. Okay, so yes.
Done.
Oh God! What happened?
You put a lot of work into the stream, so you deserved a reward.
Oh my God! Well, thank you. My ears don't deserve that. Oh, I've got two super long ones. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, now that my ears are ringing and I have permanent tinnitus, we were at an elf village. What were we doing there?
We sought. Go ahead, Gildar.
Let me just mute the stream so I don't hear myself. Our adventurers landed in a forest. Well, not purposefully, mostly gracefully, into the ground. We crashed the ship. So, we gathered everyone up, like me, even though I was out in the forest, almost dead. And we headed to a random village where we found some elves. And Terran, well, Norhian, see them as enemies and tried to almost burn down the village while we were peacefully talking with them. And then we...
Don't forget Fran.
Yeah, Fran was pranking on the ground 24/7.
Fran joined Norian
Yeah.
in safeguarding the party.
Oh, yes. And then we sat there, literally. Or we did. We had this little festival thing they had, and fruit was growing out of the ground for some reason. But it was pretty delicious.
For some
pretty good.
reason.
For some reason.
Gildar, you weren't even
exactly why.
drinking.
They killed a deer. We brought it over. We chucked it on some pedestal, and it started growing leaves. And so we ate food, and then a couple hours later, we had some intruders. What were they called again? Void
No.
Knowles.
gnolls. Yeah, those things. Yeah.
What are gnolls?
They're creepy. They sound like
creepy.
hyenas.
I got a picture of Fran here. Here we go.
Oh no. It's just a blank.
Well, I need to
Oh
draw a
my
wizard
God.
hat on it or something.
Wizard hat.
Here.
Chuck a wizard hat.
You could be with Don Quixote for now.
It looks.
Yes, so the peaceful Ellen village that was performing a ritualistic sacrifice on an elk that they had hunted in order to bloom off-seasonably all of the surrounding vegetation so that they may eat, I guess, for lack of better terms, was interrupted by the baying of gnolls that then proceeded to attack the village. And our
Gracefully.
yeah, very ungracefully. They kind of just charged in bullheadedly. Our stalwart heroes here put up a valiant defense, saved as many people as they could. Unfortunately, we did lose some villagers. And saved the day.
Except for Nolbane with
Granny
her
Nolbane.
flower basket.
Yeah, Granny Nolbane, who was gathering whatever in her basket at the time, proceeded to just not get hit by 6 straight attacks in a row.
She also bought quite a few on the nose, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, she smacked them. It was good. So that's where we left our intrepid heroes after bringing down their big bad commander dude, who landed the killing blow.
I think I did. I think Norian did.
Well, because Hilder, in the middle of the battle, realized that he had eaten one too many potatoes.
Raw
and so
potatoes.
he had to run behind a building, spewing from both ends while the battle continued.
PTSD from that.
But yeah, as far as the battle goes, Vivri, for the final boss, set up an excellent entangling roots, totally slowed him down, put him in prime position. He just ended up in the middle of an area, and then Dorian was all like, "Flame roll!" And then he got burned to a nice crisp by a firebolt that went through the flame wall.
Yep, punched a hole through him, if I recall.
Cooked him alive. We actually Norian had some Null burgers last night.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Well, that's where we're going to pick it up.
And Vivri was super grossed out.
So amidst all of the chaos, after all of the chaos and everything had settled, the elven villagers all gathered around to collect their dead, offering them to the pedestal, which then bloomed flowers everywhere instead of food.
Yeah, that would have been awkward if it just took the bodies and now there's more food.
It's terrible. Don't think like that. I mean, I guess technically if you're a bovine, you could eat the flowers, but anyway. So, that's where we leave everyone. It's that night, after the carnage that has just occurred. People are confused, shocked. There's a lot of there's heavy sentiments in the air currently. Hildar.
And there's also the heavy scent of poop.
Yeah, poop. What? Why is there poop?
Why is it?
Because Hildar spewed so much.
Yeah.
No, I like it better. Hold on, go back. Yo, Dookie.
Hilduke.
Dookie, no.
So Hildar, I'd like to start with you since you had an episode and had to not be a part of the final blow. What are you doing right now? You hear the giant knoll cry out in pain and fall to the ground with a thud.
I look around the corner. Well, still my pants are still halfway down.
Vomit in your beard.
And I look and see this creature just go, yeah, boonk.
Making some outrageous hyena noises.
I just quickly pull up my pants and zip up and just
I'm
just try
glad
and
I
dust
ate
off
dinner
whatever
before this
was on my
session
beard.
started.
If you are a subscriber to me, you can, for free, use the text-to-speech, as Taryn just did. If you're not, you could use channel points to do it.
Burp, burp.
Let's see if I can find some null sounds. Hang on.
I am the knoll.
I was to say, Vivri is not enough. Come on.
That's about right. Anyway, so yeah. So you come around the corner, absolutely stained. I'm guessing you're going to prestidigitate yourself clean again. 'Cause
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah. Very much so.
You sure you don't need that firebolted instead?
No, I am not being set
you know
on fire
what?
for
You
this.
could poop in your mage hand and then just sling it away. No one would ever know.
Saving throw, gonna cast a firebolt at the incoming poop.
That I just realized you can pop it into a bag, set the bag on fire, and throw the bag.
Oh my god. That's Ding Dog Ditch from Hell. Great. So the crowd is starting to disperse after everyone having a moment to mourn and to go back to gathering the foodstuffs that they had set out to do originally. The null corpses have not been collected. They have been left in the village proper, including the great big dead guy. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Probably start
Hilder,
looking.
I told you not to eat so many potatoes.
What? They were good. Now they're not. They came out of my stomach and both ends. I gag as I try not to throw up again.
No burger?
I'd look at Naughty and
Is that how you respond to a noble's cooking?
God. Ugh. Yes, I do. Ugh.
He says
No,
he
no
does
burger
like,
for you then.
but there's like no wheat bread or anything, and he's just like eating hunks of meat.
He's just eating hunger meat.
It's well cooked though.
He's got like a meat patty between two meat buns.
God.
Maximum protein.
God.
I'm glad you're feeling better at least. You really need to start cooking your potatoes before you eat them.
She did warn you
So
about
good.
worms.
It won't.
Yeah, while you guys are deliberating on your next move, I just had the page open. The Great Mother begins to make her way towards the three of you, the five of you. I'm assuming that Larissa's there, and Fran also, who was probably inspecting the corpses, to be honest with you. The Great Mother approaches. She is flanked by the two guardsmen that were flanking her previously. She approaches you guys and begins to speak to you, Vivery, because you're the one that visited her more recently. I mean, Kildor was there too, but he didn't do a whole lot of talking. And so she walks up to you, Vivery, and she's got a very sullen look on her face. She says, I'm trying to remember what her voice was like, just old woman, pretty much.
Pretty much.
What do you... Put buttons down. Kawisa needs that cat. Buttons turns into a rock with a cat face.
Cat face.
That's the stipulation. It could be whatever it wants to be, but it has to have a cat head.
Yeah.
Alright, so Great Mother approaches you, Vivery, and she says, I can't possibly thank you enough for the help, the aid that you have given us.
It is our pleasure to have been here to be able to even do this. Is it often that you have nose attack?
She kind of sinks down her head, her gaze, and looks back up at you, and she says, the gnolls have been a thorn in our sides for years, but it has been many, many years since they've been so brazen as to attack us outright. We had a scuffle long ago, but it would seem that their numbers have increased greatly since then.
And look over at Norhian and Hilder. Have you two dealt much with Nose?
Yeah, usually you would call them regularly.
I just look over like a question mark, like, what? No, not at all.
The Great Mother nods at you, Norion. She says, they grow in numbers fairly quickly. They are pack animals. They are voracious. Their appetites greatly outmatch their numbers. They can clear an entire area in a matter of days.
Have you tried fire?
We've tried a great many things. We thought we had eradicated them, forced them to flee the area, but it seems it's not the case.
Have you found the queen?
The pack leader? That changes from time to time. There's no real way to pin that down. You would have to.
But we took out the pack leader just now, but what about the queen?
You took out what was probably one of their brutes.
Yeah, it makes for a tasty sandwich.
She grimaces. She says, if you plan to go through the mountain pass, I would strongly advise caution. We must prepare for our defenses for any possibility of a further attack. You're welcome to stay if you like. As for us, we need to start looking after our own. She gives you a nod. No,
Would you like any Knoll burger?
her gaze kind of lingers on you, but you get the sense it's not because you offered her meat. That's probably still bloody and diseased.
I cooked it.
Okay. I mean, you can cook a disease and eat it too. You can cook a pile of poop and eat it. I don't recommend it. So anyway. So her gaze kind of lingers on you for a moment before she squints her eyes and then turns to walk away.
Oh. I mean, there's no burgers. Anyone else want any?
Fran looks at you kind of side-eyeing. She's like, well, I've got some cabbage. We can make cabbage wraps.
What? Cabbage wraps.
What are in the cabbage wrap?
Oh no.
The knoll?
No, I am good. Thank you. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, no. All right. Hildar, you game?
I start my cheeks to blow up and just go.
Fran shrugs and says, lay it on. Opens up a cabbage head. Just like two fists splits it open like a log. Cabbage viscera.
Brad, did you cook that?
Cook cabbage? What? No, we eat it raw.
No, I mean well, actually, you should steam it. It's much better. But in any case, no, I mean the meat inside, the cabbage.
She starts taking notes. What else?
Yeah, you may want to make sure the meat is cooked first.
Right. Cook the meat. Got it.
Good. You don't want to end up like Calder.
A dwarf?
No. Yes.
Is that how it's so small?
Yes.
Yes. Well, the worms eat your insides, and then you shrink.
Oh God.
All right. I don't think that's true.
You want to be the guinea pig?
Okay, so you
Deception
guys.
check.
So Fran ends the conversation because the DM said so. You guys have the night. What do you want to do with it?
Sleep.
Actually,
Can I
I
do a
have,
history check on how much I know about gnolls?
Yeah, sure. Give me a history check
Got a 17
about
with
gnolls,
my
right?
metal dice. Yes.
Nice. Yeah. So with that, you know of gnolls. You've probably heard of them. They're not from the Feywilds, but they are vicious hyena-looking men. They're humanoid in nature. They are, as the Great Mother said, pack animals. They stick in groups. They're cannibalistic. Their hunger for meat, very quickly, as she said, will outpace their spawn. So it's a race to keep them in check or to flee the area, essentially. That's what you know. They're vicious. They do not take prisoners. They are horrific beasts.
Do they, in fact, have a queen?
So they have a pack leader, and just like any, I guess the best synonymous relationship you can think of would be wolves. How a pack leader can be challenged, and then there would be a new pack leader. That's the kind of deal that happens here, right? So if you kill the alpha, then someone else will just take its place.
Cash money.
Is that good? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
if that's done, then Hjalder.
Specifically, I was trying to see if it would be worth us going to try to kill it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can do whatever
Hjalder, I
you
need you
want.
to clean yourself up.
I already did.
He is clean.
Clean more.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Precipitate somewhere.
Make sure you get between your butt cheeks
What?
and under your fingernails
What?
and inside your ears and behind your ears.
Behind your eyes.
And don't forget the toenails.
Prestigitate everything on Earth.
I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes. That should cover enough prestigitations for him to actually be clean.
Are you gonna hug him? Are we gonna have a moment?
No, so Hjalder, I had to make sure you're clean in order to go to Don Quixote, but Don Quixote has something for you. Don Quixote!
Your donkey comes trotting over from behind the house.
Good, and he's got trailing with him that I tied with the rope last session.
The corpse.
No, it's a giant thing
Oh,
from
that's
the
right.
loot.
Yes, behind Don Quixote is a very large wooden log with a whole bunch of axes sticking out of it.
What the? I look at him with just like a strange look, like, huh? What?
This is your share of the loot.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
This is a great club in your D&D Beyond. If you
Great
so choose
club.
to accept it.
I don't know if I can use it.
You can use it. You're not proficient with it, which means you'll take disadvantage on swings. But oh boy, will this thing hurt if you hit someone.
What is it called again?
It's a great club. It's called the Axe Log.
Excellent.
It's the custom name, man.
It is for you to ask it a question.
You can actually axe it multiple questions because there's multiple axes.
I didn't understand what you were going for at first, Vivri, but it all became clear. That was a darn good pun. He's so shocked by the look of it. Did you see his jaw hit the ground?
I do see it.
Well, I'm taking it then. Thank you very much. Yoink.
All right, the log, the axe log. How are you carrying this thing?
On my shoulders with my hands like around it.
It's just like baseball over the shoulder holding this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So it's definitely nighttime. I mean, it was night before all this nonsense started happening. There's a lot of blood on the ground. People are starting to go back into their homes. You guys have the community quarters. If you so choose to take them, you can do whatever you want, actually, at this point. You have heard no news from the survivors who were left at the ship, nor from the elves who were sent out to acquire them.
True.
So first question, a bunch of villagers died, right?
Yes. They were put on
Do we know what houses that they had?
You have no idea.
Oh my.
You could ask.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let's go find a guard.
Yeah, sure. You find a guard. He's standing there.
Hi, guard, sir.
Thank you
Are there
so
any open
much
houses available
for
now?
fighting alongside of us. You were so brave.
Why, thank you. You as well, kind sir. And a very good job defending your village and the harvest.
I really like that thing you did with the fire.
The flame wall?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I particularly like making the fire. And then, would you like a Nullburger?
I would love whatever it is you just said.
All right, here you are. So it's got a big slice of knoll meat right in between two other slices of knoll meat, and that's what I call a Nullburger.
You hand him this charred, unevenly cooked hunk of flesh that he just kind of holds in his hands and looks at it in abject horror.
I can cook it more if you want.
He says, no, that's fine. And he kind of just, without looking, reaches behind him and puts it in the back pocket.
Yeah, I went for about medium, but if you want medium well or well done, just let me know.
He's visibly retching. He's like, no, it's gonna be fine. Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, so actually, I was curious on. I require lodging for myself and my donkey, Don Quixote. The communal lodging, I don't want to bring a donkey in there. Are there any houses available? Unfortunately, I know some individuals passed away. And maybe we might be able to make use of what remains on this earth of them still.
I'm sorry, did you just ask to sleep in the abodes of the deceased?
Yes, I want to make sure the abodes continue to feel warm and inviting, for the future.
He says, yes, of course, right this way, and he leads you to a house that's empty.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
He kind of nods and then walks away. Back to his post. Where he sits down on a burger that squishes. You can hear it audibly from where you are.
I'm gonna open the door, go in the house, and fluff up the bed, and
There's no bed in here.
take a
It's a
4-hour rest.
hammock.
There's no bed.
Yeah, there's a hammock on the wall in the corner.
Oh, hammock. Okay, well, we can work with that. I'll roll my bedroll onto the hammock and
It's like
make
pure
do.
cotton hammock, so it's really itchy.
Well, that's what the bedroll's for, so it's gonna go over top of the cotton hammock thing.
Okay. We have an eldritch horror in the bottom corner.
I'm the accurate version of Cat.
Hildar, while you're holding buttons, a young elf, what I guess you would presume is a child, comes up to you, and she looks at you sadly and she says, "Thank you, Mister."
You're welcome. It was my duty to protect you all.
She says,
I whispered to myself.
"She says you weren't there for most of it. What happened?"
Got very sick. I put down buttons just in case.
But it turns into like a bed of grass. Little girl starts petting the grass, but it's not buttons. It's just the grass.
I'd best be heading to bed. Have a safe night.
Okay, bye. She says,
A
"Wait."
wave and then right.
She gives you the big white flower.
Ooh, thank you.
She goes, "This was my mommy."
Got a U-turn.
Then she says, "Okay, bye," and walks away.
Bye bye. I walk off. I was gonna try and
Vivi is just sitting in the center, shaking her head. I don't know what to do. Artemis, great mother, why test me this way?
You are cutting in and out, ma'am.
yeah.
I will try to get closer
I'm
because
sorry.
she's speaking very softly.
I got you.
Well-
She's shaking her head and putting her hand on her head and going, Why do I do with them? I have no idea. Why am I here? Great mother, she looks up at the moon. Artemis, why do you test me this way? And she just kind of walks off, trying to go find Captain Larissa. Captain, should not our people be back here already?
So Larissa, you find her with her back up against the outside of one of the houses. She's got her hat pulled down over her eyes. When you approach her, she pulls her hat back up and looks up at you, and you ask her that question. She says, "Yeah, they probably haven't made it. If they're okay, then they'll be able to last the night. If they're in trouble, I suppose we would have heard it by now."
I think at the first light we should try to send a party out and find them.
She nods. Says, "Yeah, it's probably a good idea." She looks real distraught. She lost her ship. She's losing her crew. She doesn't know where she is. She can't contact anybody. She's flying by the seat of her pants.
Avery sits down next to her and loops her arm within hers. We shall pass the time together.
I would like
And
that.
as she sits there, she begins saying some prayers in Sylvan as
Gesundheit.
she kind of closes her eyes, and as she's sitting there whispering these prayers, the runes that she had painted previously on her skin glow softly.
Larissa notices,
Magic.
but she figures it's probably rude to say something, so she just kind of stares ahead as you illuminate the immediate area. So the moon is high in the sky, giving you guys some light, but it is actually really dark now. Like the lights that they had going for the festival or the ritual have either faded or been blinked out, essentially. Why don't you guys go ahead and take a long rest?
Okie dokie.
Woo! Long,
Long
rest.
rest. Bing bing. Confirmed. Padoom. It is now daylight.
It is now daylight. So, no. Sleep is blissful. It's difficult to process the day's carnage that everyone experienced. Larissa is fitful in her sleep, Thievery. And you have a weird dream, too. You have a dream of... Actually, let's make this a roll. Do a fortune roll for me. Just a flat d20.
Ooh, metal dice bounce.
Oh, yeah? Let's get you a metal pan to roll them in so we can all hear the carnage.
I think they have a simulation of that on D&D Beyond right now.
I got a 9.
Got a 9. Okay. You have a dream tonight. And in this dream, you see a small red orb. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to you because this red orb is surrounded by blue. Just a red orb and a sea and a void of blue. And a hand reaches into this blueness and grasps it tightly. And you wake up. Larissa
Look
startled
around.
by your sudden movement, as she has, while you guys were interlocked, like elbow to elbow, she has very clearly fallen all the way far left as she can against the house, and is jerked awake by your sudden movements. What happened? What's going on?
Just, I had this weird dream. The last time I had this weird dream, there was a monster that came shortly after.
Do you think we're in danger?
Don't know. Did you dream anything weird?
I dreamt about lollipops and elephants.
I dreamt a glowing red orb surrounded by blue, and a hand reaching out to grasp it. It made me very uncomfortable and uneasy.
That's very strange. Do you think it means anything?
Normally they do.
You found a hat. I like that.
Oh no, I was trying to make that the rat hat,
Yeah, it's your
but I
vermin
can't
hat.
find a. Yeah,
You need
I
to
couldn't
put a
find
rat
it.
on the hat.
Yes! Or poking out of it, just his head. Larissa goes to stand herself up, cracks her back. She looks down at you and says, "How about breakfast?" and offers you a hand.
Breakfast would be good. And I
She-
take her hand and I stand up.
Yeah, she says, "I'm not much of a sage, but I reckon we could find some grub around here." Narion, it's morning. How you doing?
Doing well. Feeling nice and full. Had some really good Knoll burgers.
Bullock.
Blech.
You see, Fran has made her way into your house and is just sleeping on the floorboards.
She's not any kind of elf, right? So she needs another 4 hours, eh?
Yeah, she's definitely human.
Yeah,
But look over
She's
at
selling
her
logs.
and raise an eyebrow. Don't remember inviting her in here, but all right. I'm going to collect Don Quixote and quietly shuffle out the door.
Cool. You do that. Hold on.
And I'm going to take a look around at the rest of the... Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Is he waking up after 4 hours, too?
Doesn't matter. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, me?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
you weren't done. I'm sorry.
Hi, good. I'm going to go take a look around and see, if there's any activities. Since it's an Elven village, most of them should only need 4 hours like I do. So I'm assuming there's some level of activity kicked up from last night.
Oh yeah, people have started making their way back outside with more baskets, collecting whatever's left over. There's a lot of animals. Like, oh my god, there's like probably see 2 dozen squirrels just grabbing stuff and running off with them. The knoll corpses are still right where they were left.
Hmm. I mean, it'll be good. We should have stored it with salt or something.
My, not again.
Yeah,
Oh, let's grab the random elf that's passing by.
Sure, yeah. You grab a villager, female villager. Like
Villager,
actually,
you there?
you actually okay. I was about to say, do you actually grab her? No, she says, yes.
Do you have any salt or meat storage for these knoll corpses that are just going to waste?
She gives you a sour look and walks away.
What do you do with gnolls if not eat them? How do you feed your people?
You saw how they feed each other.
But before, they were all starving.
They were not starving. Oh my god.
Norion is very dramatic.
He is. He's super
Yes.
dramatic. I love it. All right, Hildar, you feel a tug on your beard.
Hold up. Let me do this. I just have this over my eyes, but I can't get it over my eyes. One sec.
There you go. You're sleeping with your hat pulled up over your face. I love it. Where are you sleeping?
I'm just hid around the side of a building.
So let me get this straight. The Great Mother tells you to use the community lodgings, and you all sleep outside except for Norion, who sleeps in a dead person's house.
I didn't get the
Thievery
message.
likes to sleep outside.
Well, you I understand.
just-
You well, I don't. Okay, all right, that's fine.
I just fell
You sleep
unconscious.
under a
Me, I was
porch.
too tired.
Like a raccoon.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So you feel a
That's-
tug on your beard.
Pull my head up.
It's that little
A
girl.
look.
She looks at you. She laughs. She goes, "You're funny."
Oh, thank you. A stretch.
She hands you
Ooh.
another white flower.
Another one.
Hmm?
Who's this?
Mommy, I told you last night.
I look at my chest where I put the other one in.
She goes, "Now you have 3."
What? Hold up. Wait a minute.
No, you actually have 2. She doesn't know.
Oh my god.
And she
Well,
giggles
thank you.
and runs off.
I now have 2 flowers on my chest.
Yeah. So you guys are awake. There are elves who are walking around. There's guards at their posts as always. And
As always.
the day started. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. Probably. I probably want to go after those people if they haven't
Okay.
come back yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Well,
Marissa and
first,
Beavery. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find a shop, right?
So there
And
aren't
I'm
any
gonna-
shops. They all kind of just share, which was very special to you.
Explain more. My brain is.
So just like your hometown, there aren't really any. There's bartering, of course.
I see what you mean by share now. Yes.
Yes. I don't mean the singer. She's not here.
I was like, what are you talking about?
CT.
Yeah, they all share what they get freely. For services and stuff, they barter. But there's no money here. They don't have any use for it, right? They live by themselves. They don't ever go to town or anything that you're aware of.
Okay.
True.
So I'm gonna go find where it seems like there is a weaver, and I'm going to see if they have a warm cloak suitable for going through cold mountains and warm boots suitable for going through warm.
Oh, okay, so you're looking for a tailor. Yeah, sure, of course. They've got a clothier who makes clothing, men's clothing, beds, blankets, sheets, pillowcases, that kind of thing. Yeah, so yeah, you find you ask around, and people point you to the right direction. Yeah, you find one, and you walking in.
Yes.
Yeah, you walk into an elderly dwarf. I'm sorry, not a dwarf. An elderly elven man. No dwarves. Bad. Sit. Elderly elven man with gray hair and the beginnings of a gray mustache, which is strange to you because the majority of the elves that you know don't have facial hair. And he is what appears to be sewing up a pair of socks. And as you walk in, he turns and looks at you and gives you a weak smile and a wave.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, hello. Stay a while and listen. No.
I'm looking for clothing to help through a mountain pass. Do you have anything I could either purchase or I have potatoes I could give you for it?
Potatoes. I haven't had those in what seems like a lifetime. Because you're looking for something warm. Scratches his chin and he stands up and he turns around. He moves very quickly for his age. If you wouldn't guess that he was an older elf just by looking at him. And he gets up, he spins around, and he starts to go through chests that are stacked on top of chests. And he's pulling out cloths, he's pulling out sheets, and he gets to one chest that he opens up, and he's got this big brown coat. And he turns around and he's like, something like this.
Yes, I think that could do quite nicely.
Well, let's see if it's your size. And he hands it to you.
I put it on.
Okay. Like over top. Okay, never mind.
Yes, over top of
You're
what
dressing
I have
in
on.
front of this man. I'm just making clear. Great.
I have clothes on.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just putting it over.
All right. So yeah, it fits. It's a little snug, but it fits you pretty well.
Yes, I think this could do nicely. It looks like it would keep snow off quite well. Yes.
Probably. I don't recommend staying in a torrential snowstorm, but it'll definitely help you. Do you plan to brave a storm, a blizzard? I don't. There's not much
We
need
are
for warmth.
likely going through the mountain above, and don't know. I've never really been on top of a mountain before, so I just don't want to get too cold.
His eyes sink a little when you tell him that. He says, "I see. Well, you might need a little bit more than warm clothes to get you through there. You'll need a lot of luck and a lot of skill." Then he smiles again. He says, "And a nice pair of boots."
Yes, boots would be wonderful.
And he reaches down under his desk that he's standing at, because he was standing at a desk the whole time. And he pulls up a pair of boots that have a very fine, voluptuous fur around the top. And he goes, why don't you give these a try?
I look to see if there's a chair.
Yep, of course. There's 3 chairs.
So I sit down and take off my existing traveler's boots and slip these on.
They're so warm.
Yes,
Like
these
you
would
feel
do.
so warm right now.
These would do perfect.
The warmness you're experiencing cannot be described with words. Yeah, no, you feel like you could probably travel through snowy mountaintops in these things. Where did my camera go? Get back here. There we go. And he nods and smiles and goes, "Well, what are you bartering for, or with?"
I could give you these shiny coins, or I have as many potatoes as you could possibly want. And I start pulling out potatoes from my bag.
He's really excited about the potatoes. And he goes, coins don't travel very far here, but these potatoes will keep me going for quite some time.
I honestly don't understand the appeal of all these shiny bubbles. What do you use them for? They just look shiny, and I pull out more potatoes.
He looks at you and says, "Currency is a social construct, ma'am. but this is neither the time nor place. And he turns around and he grabs a pillowcase and he's like, "Fill me up."
I just put more and more potatoes until it's overflowing.
I just walk into the scene. I just walk in, seeing Vivri's like back, and I just see her just throwing potatoes into this. Like it's like a reverse robbery.
This big brown leg length
Yeah.
coat and boots with the fur.
Boots with the fur, and I just see her opposite robbing, just like
Yeah. Reverse pickpocketing.
I'm like go Vivri.
Ah, yes, Hilter. You may want to also see if they have warm clothes. You are a little short. He might not have very much, but maybe one of the kid sizes could fit you.
Maybe,
Vivri,
possibly.
give me a perception roll.
Goodness, I keep eating the dice off my desk. 22.
You notice as this man's demeanor changes immediately and completely when Hildar walks in. He doesn't turn into a jerk or anything, but the smile is gone, and immediately he's yes and no, and all of the sunshine that you sensed in this guy is completely gone. He turns around and he's like, "I probably have some children's clothes around here somewhere."
I look up at him slightly confused and then give him my brightest smile, letting my hair turn slightly yellow. Have you met the dwarf before? I admit, Hildar might be the first I've ever seen.
So he's got his back to you because he's rummaging through the same chests again, and he says, "Of course I have."
Do I know him?
What did you say that they're like?
Dwarves?
Yes, I with Hildar being the only one I've ever met, I admit, he is difficult to get accustomed to, but mostly very friendly. But I cannot say that I know much about any other dwarfs.
He shrugs and he says, "They're the same as any other creatures, I suppose." And he turns around and he's got a pair of gloves that are probably about right for a kid, that are very furry, and he's got a pair of socks that are equally furry. And he puts them on the desk and he goes, "I think this is probably the best I'll be able to do."
I walk over. All right, let me see. And I put one of the gloves on. Does it fit?
Oh yeah, it fits.
Oh, like a glove.
Well, yes, that's what it is. I look at him kind of confused.
He frowns.
I how should I pay? Currency?
Well, what have you got to trade?
Let me look. I look down in my backpack and start rummaging around.
Well, what do you got? Tell me.
I have a lot of stuff that I would like to keep.
Offer him something.
Oh, wait. What weapons do they use? Is it wooden weapons?
Oh yeah. In fact, as the local smith of the group, you notice that there is zero metal here, at all. None.
Do you use metal weapons around here?
He frowns at you. No.
Oh, okay. They're just confused. I just still keep looking.
Min shot the goldfish. When did you shoot the goldfish, Min? Why would you shoot a goldfish? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take off the glove and put it back on the table. It doesn't look like I can barter anything.
You're gonna make me get up and find Hazel. Oh
Hit
my
the cat.
gosh. Alright, hang on. Let me go find Hazel. Oh.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. Hazel! Hi! I've come to bother.
I mean, I'm actually interested in knowing what you thought Pet the Cat means.
Oh my god.
Okay, I did the thing. I'm back.
Did the thing.
For VR chat, it's a VRM, right? The same way for.
Wait, what? What I miss?
Remember what we were doing earlier?
Yeah.
For VR chat, what do I export as a VRM?
VRM is for what's the studio called? Vroid Studio. That's what that's for. You export via the VR Chat SDK in order to get your avatar into VR Chat. That's something I'll have to do,
Okay.
or I can walk you through it. You made me chase my cat down. She was on the couch sleeping peacefully. All right. So what do you got to trade this old man?
Nothing. So
Nothing?
I pull the glove off and set it back on the table.
I could give you more potatoes for it if you'd like.
He says, "I'm full up on potatoes. I have a literal pillowcase full of potatoes."
I look through my bag and I find the sunflower seed that I had found way back in the first session. I do have the sunflower seed. I could bloom it for you and the plant would offer more seeds.
He says, yes, that will work."
So I used my druid craft to bloom the sunflower in my hand, taking extra care to make sure that it flourishes beautifully.
So sunflowers grow like 5 feet tall. Are you doing this thing to its entirety?
Not quite yet. I bloom it enough so that I can have it transferred into a pot safely.
Okay.
And do you have a container to keep plants in?
He looks around. I have a pillowcase.
That does not quite work. How about we
How about
look
you
outside?
just stick it in the ground? Yeah, we just stick it in the ground next to the house.
So I walk out there and I use my dagger to dig a little bit of a hole and I plant the sunflower and I finish blooming it all the way.
He nods at you. He goes, "That'll do nicely."
Now,
can take
do
the
you know how
gloves.
to harvest the seeds from it?
He cracks his neck and says, "I bet I could figure it out."
I give him another bright smile.
He doesn't
Thank you
respond.
so much for your help.
I'm happy to help you.
Come, Yodar. We have to see if we can find our friends.
Oh, well, am I taking the gloves or is that it?
Yes, I
It's
paid
all
for
for you.
them for you. You can
Okay.
you could pay me back some other time.
Okay. I pick up the gloves. What was else?
Socks.
Was that it? Was it? Oh, socks. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take both.
Okay.
In the meantime, Don Quixote and Norion have come back to the house and are just kind of sitting casually, staring at Fran as she sleeps.
Yeah, she's like, she's got her chest on the ground with her butt in the air. You don't understand how that's comfortable.
This Fran is perplexing, Don Quixote. Indeed.
Oh no.
Indeed.
You guys have turned into voids.
What?
I'm not the void.
The stream is. Is this an internet thing for us? Or is it for
Probably.
Trout?
Not me.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah. Says we're having
Darn
trouble
you,
with connecting to
Spectrum.
your guests. Returning to queue in 25 seconds.
Oh, it looks like
there
we're
you
back.
Brr.
Not Norheon. No big loss. Oh, no. There he is.
Hey, what?
Oh.
Damn.
Great. Yeah, so Fran kind of
just for that-
stirs.
Don't forget to update your inventory.
Yep.
Ah.
With the axe and the gloves and the socks, because you'll want to remember those.
Rip
Oh,
off.
God, why? Trying to get me back?
Yeah, it's revenge.
Rip, rip.
I'll take that revenge. I'll also take this.
Very nice.
That was so much fun to do. I can't stop that. Okay. You're staring at Fran. You intend to wake her up? What's going on?
I would just kind of wait until she wakes up.
Great. Larissa kicks in the door, and she's like, Norion, Fran, We have to save the others.
Do you think you can wake Fran up?
The friend kind of like groggily turns over and goes,
I'm sorry, Fran. I tried to stop them from waking you up. Don Quixote and I were just sitting here peacefully. And then Captain over here kicked in the door because that was necessary.
She sees that the captain is standing above her, and she jumps to her. Well, she scrambles to her feet as best she can, kind of knocking over a candle holder, and then standing up and salutes, let her hat on. She's like,
I would
"Ma'am."
like to point out, is Captain, I throw open blacksmith doors and nearly kill people complaining about how someone else opens a door.
As a duke, I am the one with the control over the door opening and whatnot. So yeah, I can complain as I see fit. Since when has a duke not been hypocritical?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Fran salutes and goes, "Ma'am, yes, ma'am." And Larissa looks at her and goes, "We're putting together a search party. We need to go and find the survivors from the crash, from the Trogbane crash." She says, "Get your gear. We move out at 0800, whatever." And they walk out.
Up. I suppose I'm ready. Well, wait, hang on. Let me go find Harmon. Fran, do you need time to get ready or anything?
You mean Hollard?
Yes, Hollard.
Hollard's in the quarters.
Community housing?
Yeah, the community quarters that were, offered to everyone. With his wife, Harmony.
I guess I'll go check there first then.
They're great. I mean, yeah, you walk in, they're up. They're sitting on the bed together. And he's feeding her strawberries. And she hates
Hollard,
strawberries.
Romantic.
So any cream?
No, there isn't any cream. But
there is cream
water.
later.
Oh, God. Oh, God. He looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, yes, sir."
Hollard, they didn't give you nicer quarters?
"These quarters are fine, sir. I'm used to sleeping on rocks."
Yeah, they're hardly befitting of a grand wizard.
"Well, it's the best they could do in a pinch, sir."
Mm-hmm. Maybe you might want to inscribe some spells of grand wizard housing or something like that. Would that work?
I mean, I could probably do a Lehman's hut, maybe? It's no guarantee it wouldn't backfire.
How does housing backfire?
Well, you see, the intricacies of scroll writing depends on my intricate knowledge of the spell itself, and if I've only ever kind of read it in passing, weird things can happen.
You wizards are weird, you know that, right?
I once
I
cast
just do a thing and it
Slowfall on a
happens.
bird, and it turned into a cow, and it hit the ground at alarming speed.
Oh, did burgers go everywhere?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. Harmony jabs him in the chest. Gives her a strawberry.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
He says,
Well, Hollard,
go ahead.
oh, yeah, hold on, there's a booming voice from above that wants to speak. I'll let it speak first.
"Kill Norhill." No. So Hollard says, "I understand that they're putting together a search party."
Yes, so I wanted to actually give you the option, Hollard. Would you like to come with us? And if you would, you're welcome to bring your wife as well if she would like to come. Or would you like to stay here with this village of elves?
He goes, and looks over at his wife, who's giving him the dirtiest stink face. He says, "I think I'd like to stay here with my wife."
Okay, just remember that I've talked to quite a few of the elves here, and none of them seem to have used fire yet. So if the gnolls come back, I'll be off looking for stuff. Can you make scrolls of fire things?
Oh, yeah, I know Firebolt. I know Create Fire. I know Prestidigitate. I got this. I
Good.
should probably help
Make at least
defend.
50 fire bolts, okay?
That's like 5 hours worth. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right.
Look, I can cast one every 6 seconds. I don't know what you're doing over here, but you got to get up to speed, right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have magic coursing through my veins. It's just coursing through my brain.
Right, and that's important, right? You know, I mean, like magic can come from anywhere. You know, from your brain, from your vein, from your other vein, and your other brain. But the key point is, you know, you learn how to use it. You become the best at your craft, and that's what grind wizards do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get on that.
Make Northera proud, son.
He salutes you with your Northera salute. What does that look like?
He puts his hand flat, parallel to the ground, up to his forehead, pushes it forward, pulls it back, pushes it forward one more time, and then throws it off to the sky and makes a little firework, you know, with his fingers.
He says,
Wait.
you know, I'm more and more embarrassed
What?
every time I do this, but I feel the need to do it every time I see you. It's a weird compulsion. I love Northera. His wife kicks him. Oh,
Remember, Harmon, embarrassment is just fear, and we have no fear in Northera.
yes, sir. Yes, my lord. I'll start
Excellent.
writing the scrolls as you requested. He frankly
Well, you may
gets
do
up.
as you please, but I highly recommend having Firebolt.
Yeah, he frantically gets up and starts, looking for his quill and pulls out his butterfly book and starts copying spells down because that's his spell book.
Wait, Harmon, hold on.
Holler.
There's still
My
some
name's Holler,
strawberries
sir.
here. Yes, Howard, I apologize. You mentioned your brothers, and I just, they keep coming up. There's strawberries still. Don't forget to feed your wife first.
He just kind of looks at you. Yes.
She's your number one priority, Howard. Well, what?
Yes.
I mean, yes. Good. All right. Have a good day, Howard.
Okay. Good luck, sir.
And Harmony, you too.
She nods at you because I'm not doing a voice for her. She silently agrees with you in a way that you can decipher without hearing her say anything.
Message, Harmony. I get you. It's all good.
In your head, you
Hey,
just
Trog.
hear. What's up?
Have a look.
Let me see. What am I looking at here?
Yeah.
I see the hat.
You didn't see anything?
No, show me.
Metal?
Do it again.
Oh, is it transparent? What? No.
Yeah, I can't
shouldn't
see it.
be.
Oh, I see it. I see the mouse.
Yes, there we go.
It's eating your eyeball.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, he's
Does that
poking at
work?
the bottom. Oh,
Perfect.
that's
Yeah,
cute.
that's what I was doing.
I thought it was a feather.
No, the feather's on top, but
That's
it's not in scene.
adorable. Oh my god.
Absolutely perfect. I love it.
That is
10 out of 10.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, you get up. So is it y'all's intention to go looking for the missing crew members?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you.
Fielder and I are standing next to the captain, waiting on Norion like normal because he takes 17 hours to get ready.
Yeah. So the captain is standing there. She's talking to Fran. There's also the guard that came with you guys. He's there. He was in the quarters. And Mike Nike, who was the chef, who also accompanied you. They're all raring to go. One of the guards elves, actually. It's Chelniath, the one that you tormented, has volunteered to go back and help you guys find the lost crewmates.
I do say, is that Chikichanga?
He slaps his forehead. Oh, God. He says, I'm happy to help you guys in any way that I can. Larissa says, and we're all very happy to have his assistance, aren't we, gang?
Yes, we appreciate the assistance of Chikichanga. Thank you.
Norion, you have to start learning people's actual names.
Yeah, and I know your name, Vivri, and his name is Chikichanga, right? And this is Don Quixote
That
over
is
here, and
not his
Fran.
name.
He says, it's fine. Like, he doesn't want to respect me. I get it.
Don't
I
mind
am
me.
so sorry, and I pat his shoulders.
Larissa says, okay.
Until I hear an alternative, I'm using Chicka
Okay. Yep.
You could ask him.
He says, no, I feel like he's just going to keep playing with it. So how about we just focus on the task at hand?
Burp.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that message before. 224 days. That's a long time to follow.
Neat.
Yeah, so Larissa gets in front of everyone. She says, okay, great. So we're going to move together as a pack. We're going to head back out the way we came. I believe last time it took us 3 hours to get here. Give or take?
Yes. I left the trail. I marked the trail as we came. So we should be able to follow that back.
Oh, great. We should be able to get back a lot quicker then. She pulls out her
and
machete.
Don Quixote will follow his droppings.
Oh, God. She pulls out her saber that she was using as a machete and says, well, back we go. And you guys start marching back into the trail that you cut. How many of it are? How many of you are there? There's 6 of you, 7 of you, 6 of you. Yeah, let's say 6.
6, yeah. It should be 6. It's Fran, Captain, Cook, and then us 3. So
Sure.
6.
We'll go with that.
You're
and the
forgetting
guard.
Chimichanga.
And the guard.
All right, so 7. All right, we'll do 7. Yep. So you guys start heading back. It's it's pretty easy to follow. You've come through here before. You recognize some of the trees you cut up, or put the room marks into.
Friend, watch about every 300 step. That's where Don Quixote did his business.
She goes, oh, okay, and she starts counting out loud. 3, 4, 5. Wait, I gotta start over. 2, 3, and you guys keep walking through the forest. It's easy going, and you're making pretty good time until eventually everyone makes a perception check for me.
Okay. See what I got.
16.
Perception.
Also
14.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Cross?
14.
That's not bad. It's only 2 lower than what we got. Our average will be nice and clean.
Yeah. Great. So you guys see smoke over the tree line. You see it before you smell it, but you definitely smell it next.
Hildar, do you think you could climb this tree and see what you see?
Again? All right. I decide to climb a tree again.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Here we go. I'm gonna fucking fall. Oh god, I fell.
What'd you get?
1.
Yeah, you fell. Oh my god. So here's what happens.
Wait, but did he even make it off the ground with the 1?
Yeah.
So this is what happens. He gets out his daggers again, and he stands at the base of a tree, very tall tree, and he's staring straight up at it, and he's like, pulls up his belt, shifts his waist around, and starts climbing. And he gets stabbing, and he's stabbing the tree, and he's getting higher and higher and higher. And then he gets up eye level to where the branches are, and there's a bird's nest. And he's like, oh, birds. And then right over the corner cusp of this bird's nest comes 3 baby birds who just start going beep, 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 beep in his face. And he gets startled, falls, hits a couple of branches, and you take 1d6 damage. Why don't you throw a d6 for me?
Damn it. Alright, let me roll that.
How high did he get up?
He got high enough to see that the smoke was pretty close.
1 damage.
You took 1 damage from a 10-foot fall, sir.
Ow. My
Are you
ankle.
alright?
You hear baby birds cheeping wildly.
I think I'm good.
Fran says, if you just threw up in their mouths, it'd have been okay.
I make 10 good berries, and I hand him 1. Here, maybe this will make you feel better.
Okay.
You restore 1 hit point, Hildar, from eating a good berry.
Yeah.
What did it taste like?
What did it taste like?
Tastes like cooked potato.
Probably.
You know what that tastes like?
Yes, I had one before.
Well, just you wait. I learned a new recipe with my potatoes.
Okay.
Extra crispy?
Melissa comes over
Oh,
to you. What did you see? Did you see anything?
I saw baby birds. I fell down.
She says, okay, I guess I'll give it a try. And she starts clambering up the tree. Don't worry, I'll go roll for her too. Y'all ready for this?
Let's see. Just guess one.
She makes it up. So 10 was the DC that I gave because that's an easy DC. And yeah, she makes it up. She staggers a little bit. She sees the baby birds. She pets them on the head, and they stop peeping. And she gets up to the tree line, and she kind of just stares for a minute. And then all of a sudden, without even answering you, all of a sudden, she grabs on either side of the tree and slides down as quickly as she can. She goes, "We have to hurry!" And she starts running.
Well, okay. I start chasing after.
We follow.
Yeah, so like Fran starts taking off in a sprint, sensing the distress in her captain's voice.
Hi, we running.
She said, "The quartermain's on fire!"
Again?
Quarter.
I didn't do it this time.
She's slicing madly at the brush as you guys are running through it. And sure enough, after a few minutes of running, you come up to a huge, huge fire as the quartermain is quite literally burning inside and out.
Whoa.
Beaver, do you have that jug?
Yes, I don't think this is enough, but yes. I'm actually going to use mold earth.
Okay.
And I'm going to start throwing 5-foot cubes of dirt at the quartermain.
Okay, sure. You can do that.
I'll start controlling flames and stuffing them out 5 cubic foot region.
Is there any water nearby, or is it just pure forest?
No, you landed right in the middle of the forest.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna use my mage hand to cup some water and chuck it at the.
I mean, you can throw dirt at it.
True. I'm
wanna
gonna do that.
All right, great. All of you give me a fate roll, and I'll take the mean.
Okay.
DC is going to be 15 because the entire just a raw d20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay.
8.
Oh no, I got a 4.
All right,
Ooh.
that's not going to do it. I don't even need to take the mean. The mean would have been 8.3. So yeah, with the DC of 15 because the entire ship is on fire. So you guys, you get in there, right? You start making progress.
I'm just doing this from outside.
Yeah, right. And you're getting the shell done, but like it's the whole thing's on fire, right? The entire inside is burning. It's just so hot. It keeps reigniting the wood. The dirt's starting to turn into embers. Larissa runs up there. She's cupping her hands. She's tossing dirt on it. You see Fran, she spawns water out of thin air that lands onto the ship and then just immediately evaporates into steam. You get a sense that this fire is not natural.
Guts and viscera go everywhere.
You get a sense that this fire is not natural.
This doesn't seem to be fire. This seems to be fire.
Good.
And can I do an arcane check at the same time to see what I know about arcane fire like this?
Yeah, give me an arcane check. I mean, you know what? Give it to me with advantage,
Okay.
given the nature of what you've already tried.
Well, we're going with the 18.
Okay, so this is definitely magical in nature. What comes to mind to you as you look at this ship is the spell Grease, which is a quite literal flammable greasy liquid that it's a spell. It's a really good spell too. And it seems like the entire ship has been coated in this substance and lit ablaze.
Hold on, stop with the water.
Yeah, Fran.
We have a grease fire.
Yeah, Fran stops. You see her spawn water and then immediately destroy it.
There must be grease on the ship. It must be covered in it. That's why this fire keeps raging. We can't stop that.
I don't think there's much we're going to be able to do. We could protect the trees. And I start using mold earth to try to dig out a good fire trench.
That's a great
around.
idea. Larissa says, "Oh, yes, absolutely," and she starts stabbing at the earth, trying to help you out.
Chunga, where would your friends be? Your guards who went after the ship? I don't see any sign of them.
Chunga is not the guard. Chunga is the chef.
No, that's Mike Knight.
Chunga's that's Mike Knight. Chunga is the guard who came to talk to Fran and I, who then got abducted by Fran and I, and
After Fran plinked behind a log.
Yep.
You see Fran, who starts helping you. She also knows Mold Earth, and is you guys are making. She's like mirroring your actions on the other side, so you're covering twice as much ground. Jimmy Chungus. Chilnaeth is the elven guard who came to help in the first place, but was turned away by Norhion. So he's looking around frantically. He's at a loss for words. Like he's looking around. He says, "I don't see signs of anybody, anywhere. Do you think they were taken?"
You think there's a good chance they might not be in the ship, Chunga?
I don't know. I won't know until we get inside. I don't see.
I don't think we're getting inside. Do you have a way to get inside?
I mean, not a good way.
I mean, I'm pretty good with fire, but even I don't want to.
You're very good at being loud. Just shout. See if anyone answers.
Do you shout at the burning?
All right. Well, let's see here.
I'm getting very frustrated as I'm trying to push this earth around as fast as I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout, "Is there anyone there?" And I'm going to put dancing lights into the ship and try to swirl around the corridor.
Yeah, no, you don't get any answers. You're met with the large roar and crackling of fire on wood. Kind of smells like fried chicken.
Question.
Yeah.
Since Norhion would know who he's trying to send a message to, would he be able to use send message to see if they're there?
He'd have to know.
I'd have to. Oh, actually, I have a thing I could use.
Okay.
It's different than that. Let's see what the range on it is.
Give me a kiss, Cross.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, this won't work. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get a response. Everyone kind of stops and looks at you for a second. Really? And goes back to what they were doing. Between you and Fran Vivery, you guys have gotten this trench constructed. Yeah, you've got the hole dug out, and then on the other side of the hole, facing the trees, is a mound of dirt 5 meters high. You feel pretty secure that you're not going to get these trees caught on fire. See, there you all are, staring at a big burning ship that you were all on.
I look over at Fran. Is there anything you know? Can we try to find a trace for our friends? We knew they were here.
She's panting, sweating visibly. She looks up at you and says, well, if they were taken, maybe there were some tracks left behind.
Would that be
Investigation?
Who has the highest investigation?
No, don't metagame it. You're asking.
Well, she said it to the group.
Okay, sure. Let's say Norhion was too loud, though. Gildar, you heard it.
Gildar.
Oh, God. Why?
Jesus. I'm back. I got turkey.
Okay.
Well,
You had to find a turkey. Everyone heard it.
let's see.
Fran has suggested that you look for tracks with investigation. Do you want to do that?
I'm gonna look around. I'll try and find some. Hurry, rush around. Investigate.
Yep, give me a roll. Both of you.
Yeet. I got 21.
Oh, nice. Avery?
Can I use survival instead to look for broken branches or
Yeah.
anything that...
I like that. That sounds great.
Okay. 16.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you find that. You find a path of broken branches that look like they were fresh and were obviously not done by regular means. At the same time, Hildar, you find large dog footprints in the dirt, and they all
What
seem
the?
to be leading towards the mountain. Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dog or werewolf?
All the
That's an
above.
excellent question. Will we see
I'm
a
going to do a history
reappearance of
check on
Marmaduke?
those and see if they look like Marmaduke's footprints.
Sure, give me a history check.
Yeah, I have a 16.
So they actually look like the footprints of that guard who was dressed like a dog back in Vinron. That's not true at all. They look like hyena footprints.
Right. No, Beaver, these are not Marmaduke style footprints. These are definitely Knoll footprints.
Yeah, Larissa's looking at them too. She's like, you see how the paws are spread apart here? Like you can see the pads. This is not like a dog at all. This is definitely hyena.
I never want to meet a dog.
She kind of looks at you quizzically. It's okay.
She had a bad experience once.
Okay, that just raises further questions.
Mwah, mwah.
All right, you guys are standing at a big burning ship with a heading. Do you want to go
Well-
back to the town? Do you want to pursue? Do you
I
want to plan
don't
for the
think
adventure
that-
carefully?
Don't think that we're going to be able to do anything with this ship. It could take hours for it to finish burning down. And I'm not sure there's much else we could do to protect the trees.
Yeah, I would probably, if we're going to go after those who were taken, assuming they're still alive and haven't been eaten already, I'd imagine we should head after there. Deciding whether or not I need my Grand Wizard for this.
Well, all right, here's what I'll do, right? And I tried to think this through. I will let you guys take one companion that has come with you on this adventure so that I don't have to play 6 people.
6
Well, it's got to be Fran.
Okay. Is everyone okay with Fran? You can have Larissa, Fran, or if you want to go back for Hollard, we can bring him.
No,
Yeah, we'll
Fran.
leave Holler with his wife. We'll go with Fran.
Okay.
Friend.
Fran it is.
What are we doing with Larissa, though?
Captain.
She's going to go report back.
Captain, you should definitely go back to the town. Warn them that there's more gnolls and try to make sure that we keep everyone else safe. Us four will go after our friends. These tracks are fresh. There's a good chance we could catch up with them.
So she's standing there, right? You're like off to the side talking to her. She hears you. Like, very clearly she can hear you, but she cannot break eye contact with her ship. And she's just staring at it and goes, yeah, you're probably right.
I grab her and I turn her towards me. Ships
Okay.
can be rebought. Try not to focus on this now. The most important thing is keeping your crew safe. They cannot be replaced.
She said, yeah, of course. You're right.
Also, find Holler when you get to town. Ask him how many scrolls of Firebolt he's prepared. If it's not 50, tell him he's got to work harder and faster.
She blinks at you and says, I'll go inform them. We probably need to set up some sort of defense. Good luck, you guys.
As well, actually, you know what? Make him 100 Firebolt scrolls.
She
Hollard's
blinks-
gonna quit.
She blinks at you again. She looks at Fran and goes, keep an eye on this one. And Fran goes, yes, ma'am. And she walks off with Mike Nike and the guard and Chilnaeth as they head back to the town. And you guys are standing in front of a giant, burning, fried chicken smelling ship with a wall of dirt all the way around it.
Just casually. Let's follow the footprints then.
Chilnaeth, that's him. Yeah, it's actually perfect.
Chilnaeth.
It's exactly what I have written down.
Oh, perfect.
Burp, burp.
I thought everybody may be interested on that. No!
Yeah, that's
You
that's
already had dinner. You don't need a second one.
That's actually his shorthand for his name. This is his whole name.
Oh my god. Perfect.
Chilinetherdol. Perfect.
Yes.
That sounds like a prescription medication.
Ugh.
Have your doctor
Oh,
prescribe you
goodness.
chilinetherdol today. Great. So
Is it a prescription to prevent being obnoxious because Norion needs it?
it's for sleep apnea.
He needs that too.
It's for sleep apnea. It's administered rectally, though.
It's a suppository for sleep apnea because that won't contribute to your apnea at all.
I mean, it's actually for sleep apnea.
Oh god. They should have just called it asteroids. Anyway, so Fran is standing in front of the hastily and newly carved / wrecked through path in the forest, and she's looking around. She goes, "Well, actually, no. We're playing D&D. Let me see what she does." Are you okay?
I'm laughing so hard.
So
I think the smoke fumes are getting to Beavery.
Fran's like, I know, right?
Asteroids.
Don Quixote, take care of safety.
And Fran's looking into the path that has been wrecked, and she says that, well, I don't see any blood. That's a good sign, at least. Who's taking point?
I'll take point.
Oh.
Unless Kilder wants to.
Hildar,
Okay,
you should
I'm
take
taking
point.
point.
Great.
I'm taking point.
She hands you a
My
point.
Thank you for the point.
She gets out her spell book, which, as you look at it, looks like a collection of musical scrolls, and because there's musical notes on them. And she starts to hum to herself, and as she does that, she casts Pass Without Trace on everyone. You all have a +10 to your stealth rolls going forward.
Excellent.
Nice. I roll stealth. No.
Plus 10 and advantage for you. You become
Yeah.
the wind.
I am the wind.
Does it help if a rogue takes point if he's stealth the whole time? I guess you're the scout.
I mean, yeah, he's the scout. Also, he's short, and short people understand each other.
And if you were in
Yes.
the Navy, you'd be a sailor scout.
Let's go.
There's no other short people here.
Sailor
man.
rum.
There you go.
Say the room.
All right. Yeah. So, what is y'all's move? Where we going?
Follow the tracks. Oh shit.
Gilder goes, follow the tracks, and points forward and immediately falls.
I'm back, Gate. Back up. Let's go.
Great. Into the forest we go. A day's sober encounter. 3. You're up to 3, bro. You hadn't had an alcoholic beverage in 3 days.
Yep. And I am now quote unquote normal.
There was tons of fruit you could have fermented, but
No.
I can't leave
Don't
you by
know.
the hand.
No, you have to. Every time.
All right, so give me a marching order. First up, Sildar.
Yep.
Who's next?
Well, I guess the Beavery is on Don Quixote because the fumes got to her, so she'll be second.
Okay. We'll put Fran right next to them, and Norhion, I guess you're holding up the rear.
Yeah, that or Fran and I can go side by side on the rear, so we cover both sides.
That's fine.
I think he wants to date Fran.
I mean, she'd probably be into it. So the whole time y'all are walking next to each
She
other.
apparently slipped into my room and then just went to sleep.
I guess maybe that's her way of.
Oh
flirting.
no, I don't want to check history on that one.
How do wizards flirt? Oh my gosh. So she's got her spell book open and she's humming tunes. You seem to get the impression that this is the way she does her magic.
I do, yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, y'all are walking through this hastily cut forest path. It's quite dingy. Most of the vegetation has just been pushed aside or trampled. Probably about 8 to 10 gnolls have come through here. You don't see any markings for like a cart or anything, so it's more than likely the people that were taken were either carried or forced to walk alongside. You reckon it'll probably take you most of the day to get to this mountain. Now, we're not going to do like a montage or anything, but
Montage.
and then, yeah, we got our resident Joker over here. You'll die.
I'm searching.
But if there's anything you
Anything.
would like to do before we arrive there, this is the moment to do it.
Change spells. No.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm just on the back of Don Quixote, resupplying my potatoes with my druid craft.
Yes.
I had to sell quite a few potatoes, so
So
Gotta-
yeah, for the uninitiated, Druidcraft allows you to sprout any kind of vegetation, essentially. So Vivery chose a magical item as one of her starting items, and she picked a bag of holding, which holds way, way, way more than it can, like physically. And so she just has like potato stalks in her bag of holding that she continually sprouts forever. So she just has unlimited potatoes. It's amazing.
it's a Mary Poppins bag.
It's
of
super
potatoes.
confusing to everybody because she's just like, "Hi, here, have a potato," and they're like, "Okay." And they're like super dirty too, by the way.
Yeah, and if I ever need to get anything out of my bag, like at one point I had a giant bag of cash that I was carrying to the bank for this old lady, and I had put it under dirt so that like nobody could just reach in and steal it. So when I got to the banker and I pulled out the bag of dirt, I'm like elbow deep in dirt, and I just drag out this really dirty bag with my elbow up to my elbows covered in dirt. And I'm like, here you go.
Perfect.
All right, so you guys are making your way.
Druids.
You guys are making your way through this cut up forest. I mean, it's a normal forest. You know, you got your tall trees, you got your canopy, and the day starts to wane on. I mean, it was early morning when you started. It's probably taking you guys about 5 hours to get to where you are currently. And Fran starts to show that she's a bit nervous about what's going on. She says, there were a lot of gnolls that attacked us last night. She says, how many of them do you think there are?
Oh, knowing Knowles, probably about 9,001.
She
Very specific.
audibly swallows and says, do you really think so?
Nope.
I'd be disappointed if there weren't.
I kind of look back at her. Don't worry. Norian already burned down 2 whole towns. The gnolls don't stand a chance.
She looks at
Exactly.
him and goes, you burned a town down?
So actually, I set a
Nice.
I set a large downed tree on fire to avert an ambush, and that happened to start a forest fire. But the town was safe, and then this big like ritual summon demon guy dude came into town and blew everything up, and they blamed that all on me.
She looks at Vivery. Is that true?
More or less.
She sighs. Okay, well, I guess we're in good hands then.
Well, thank
Are
you.
you sure about that?
No, I'm not.
Gildar stabbed it to death.
Yes.
Oh, that's better. She seems more increasingly perplexed.
And
Don't
he
worry.
was drunk. I imagine his aim is much better now that he's sober.
Maybe.
She goes, yeah, I could use a drink right now myself.
Do you have one?
I
want one. Do you have one?
pull
No.
out my carafe and my little mess kit, and I give her a cup of warm goat's milk.
She looks at you like, where'd you get a cup from? Oh, you have a mess kit. She looks at you and says, thanks. And she sips it. And she frowns. And then she starts to drink it. She hands you back the
Interesting.
cup. She was hoping it was alcoholic. I've amended the picture of her on the stream, by the way.
Nice.
Great.
You have to put the hat over the top of it. It would be perfect.
I did.
Oh, it is already. Oh,
That's
okay.
there, yeah.
Right, all right. Because of the angle.
Yeah, I know. I could rotate it, I guess, but that's too much work. So anyway,
Illegal.
you guys, it's about afternoon now. The sun's high in the sky, and you start to see on the horizon in front of you, obviously the mountains there, but you also start to see signs of smoke coming from specific parts of the mountain. Fran looks up and says, "That's probably their campfires." Is our intent to ambush? Are we scouting? Are we just trying to get through? What's the plan?
Well, we should see if they have our other individuals first, and then we should decide from there what to do.
She says, "Right. All right. So we need to scout."
Hildar,
Well,
do you remember when we found that swamp troll?
Yeah, the big smelly dude. It smelled like running eggs.
you guys found a swamp troll?
You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he
it's
was very
Beaver's
nice.
best friend.
What a nice. Who are you
Oh.
people?
I'm a duke.
I'm
Okay,
a
that-
dwarf.
I'm sorry I asked. All right. Please continue.
Hildar, I think you should do that again. Get close as you can without them seeing you, and see if you can tell us what is happening. Norian, don't forget to send the message so that he doesn't have to speak out loud.
Up to 120 feet. Absolutely.
I was gonna say, you want to get 120 feet close enough to these guys? That's up to you.
How far
We
away
have passed
from us?
without a trace,
You do.
so
Mm-hmm.
we have no discernible scent or anything.
True. Okay. So wait, how far are they?
So you haven't seen them yet, right? You got a little bit further to
yeah.
go, but I mean, we can just time skip that, and I can tell you what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Time skip.
Fran, I've been trying to role play with you guys since I don't get to do that as the literal world.
Yep.
And so yeah, Fran was just voicing her concern. She didn't know what was going to happen. All right, so you
Yeah,
guys
just-
approach the base of the mountain, and as you approach, you start to see worn, walked-in paths in the grass. So that kind of reminded you when you first came to the Elfin Village. It's very obvious that these paths are from trotting on. I want to play too.
I want to play, goddammit.
Yeah, so you start to see these paths that are obviously leading into a thinner part of the forest, and that you ostensibly see or assume that lead straight into the mountainside. Fran's like, we're getting closer. Everyone be on their
these
guard.
are.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
This is going to be a full-on camp.
Yep.
She says there could be traps. Stay frosty.
That's true.
Should I perceive just to make sure?
You can do whatever you want, man. You want to play D&D, and then roll me some dice.
I am rolling the D's.
All right.
So
The rest of us are gonna
say Fran and I are gonna stay a little further back. I imagine Norhion's gonna be a little bit closer to make sure that he's in range of Hildar.
I'll
So-
stay in front of you and Don Quixote, but I'm not going to move until he's more than 120 feet away. I'm going to use message to verify that.
Fran speaks up, specifically to Vivri, because Norion knows this, but she does know the invisibility spell. So she says that.
Do you have enough scrolls for that, Fran?
They're not scrolls. I can just cast it, but can't do it too many times.
Right. That was my concern. Yelder, do you need the assistance at the moment, or are you going to be okay with that for now, and we can save that for later?
Yeah,
I
pass
think
without
I can
trace.
stealth it.
Yeah, pass without trace won't follow you that far.
No, true. True.
In fact, let me give you the range on it real quick.
Let's have a look.
I can give you the range on it too.
You sure can, because you know it.
Yep.
You could accompany him. You've only transformed into animals twice in this whole 3 times in this whole campaign.
Yeah. A bird? Oh, wait, no,
I
you
can't fly yet.
True.
You could be
Um.
anything you want to be. Just
All right.
put your mind to it.
It's because I've been saving my starry form archer, which counts
Which
as
does
one of my
cost it,
wild
yeah.
shape.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to do. All right, cool. It's 30 feet, by the way.
You can do a cat.
So you're gonna want to stealth.
Yeah, all right. Hopefully I get a good stealth then. Oh,
Alright.
you know what? Screw that. I rummage through my backpack.
Okay.
I grab out my invisibility potion and scull it down.
Great. How long does that last?
Let's have a look. 1 hour.
Don't forget to go.
Great. You choke on the
What's that
invisibility
taste like?
potion.
Good. Poof. And you just see me disappear.
Tastes like spaghetti.
What's it taste? Oh, does it?
tastes. Huh?
Yeah, tastes like spaghetti.
Yes.
Without the sauce.
Mom.
It's just like noodles.
It's just noodles. And that is when I kapoof. Kapoof.
Great. You're invisible. How do you want to proceed?
I'm just gonna go straight to the camp. Probably be cautious of traps then,
All right.
perception wise.
Great. So, you want me to use your passive perception, or do you want to look a little harder?
Look a little bit harder.
Cool. Give me that roll. What is your passive, by the way?
For
Your passive
Perception?
Perception.
Yeah, it's on the left side.
okay, 12.
Okay, so 12 is your passive. I'm taking that in mind going forward. You want
Okay,
to search
so-
like in the immediate area right now a little harder? You can do that.
How
Oh.
far were you from this place?
So, okay, this is what happens, right? You're at a tree line. It's thinner here. Obviously, trees still go up into the mountains, but this place has seen some deforestation. And in a moment, as you keep walking forward, you realize why. You're coming across several scattered camps of gnolls, and you can smell them before you see them because they are unpleasant to behold.
Oh yeah.
There are camps all along the side of this mountain. There are too many for you to count. They all have fires. They all have awnings, like tents that they've built out of the wood.
Lean-tos?
Yeah, lean-tos, yeah. Huts, yurts, you name it. They got it. They're yapping loudly and playfully. They're scrapping with each other. They're eating questionable meat. And you are about 300 feet from them, but it's very easy to make out what you see because they are just everywhere.
All right. I'm just gonna get closer then. Burp, burp.
All right, so obviously you don't have a visual representation. So what I'm going to say is you can get close to about 3 camps that are in your initial area. Oh no!
It's time to roll for initiative.
That's hilarious. They played the wrong GIF.
Oh,
Yeah.
did it?
Yeah.
What gift did it play?
They played my
I haven't
fancy.
seen it.
Oh gosh, hope it doesn't do that for all of them.
Oh, time to find out.
That's okay. No, well, I mean it was doing the hello one just fine. Anyway, I can look into that in a second. I think it was just the last 2 that I did. It's not a big deal. Oh my god, it's not a big deal. Ah!
We're buying you time so you could make rolls if you need to make rolls.
So, there's my boom save and done.
Boom.
Now just
boom.
to make sure, we'll do this again. I fixed it. Okay.
It's time to roll for initiative.
Which we're not going to do, by the way, unless he really horribly screws up this scouting expedition. So, I'm going to say that within the vicinity that you're in and the time frame that you have, you can get to 3 camps if you want to check them out.
Let's check them out.
There's one straight ahead of you, one to the left, and one to the right.
Let's go for the straight one.
Great. You go straight ahead of you, and you start approaching this camp. It is hastily carved out of the side of the mountain itself. It looks like they had some crude tools and just started like chucking the dirt away, because all around the side is just like dirt that has been haphazardly tossed all over the place.
Interesting.
In this camp, there are 2 tents. a bonfire in the center of this camp. It's not very big. It's probably 30 feet across. And it's full of probably about 6 gnolls that you can visibly see right now. Most of them are sitting down. One of them's kind of eating, sitting at the bonfire. And one of them is asleep on some sort of bedroll.
Okay. That's what I see at the moment. And
how
far am I? How far am I from the group?
As far as you want to be, you tell me how far away from them you are.
Well, I'm just maybe.
If you're close enough to
feet.
count them, okay, 50 feet's fine. If you're close enough to that close to count them, I'm okay with that. Why don't you give me a stealth roll?
Let's do it.
With advantage, because you're invisible. With double advantage, no, because you get advantage on stealth rolls anyway.
Let's see. Where is my stealth? So 18 in total.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to notice you. For
Good.
those playing at home, stealth rolls are not just about sight.
Send the sound.
They don't fart. Please. It's a terrible time to do that.
Yeah.
They seem to just kind of be meandering. There's some crude weapons on the ground. Really, really old rusty swords. And a spear that's like broken at the tip that's kind of been like tied back together with vines.
Interesting. There's nothing discernible, no prison area, just tents.
Just 2 tents and a bonfire and some gnolls just kind of hanging out.
Okay, I'm going to proceed to the right camp.
Okay. The right camp actually flanks a stream. And it looks like the camp, not flanks. A stream almost goes straight through the center of it. It's kind of split into 2 places. It's not a very deep stream, maybe 2 feet at most. In some places, maybe it's a bit wider than that. But in this camp, you do see some cages, some wooden cages that, what you appear to be cages that are very large, larger than what you would expect a cage to be. And there are 3 gnolls here, 2 of which are standing near the cages with weapons, 2 swords in hand. Each of them has dual wield 2 swords. And the other one is on the other side of the stream. Kind of looks like he's digging in the dirt.
Anything in the cages?
From the angle that you're at currently, they're kind of sunken into the ground. You can't really tell.
All right, I'm going to try and not get closer, but try to rotate myself around.
He's going to try and jump and see over the mound of dirt. No.
Yes.
So you're going to... You're going to pivot. Wink, wink.
Pivot.
Here we go, pivot!
Nice turn. He had it ready.
I was already on it.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
Yeah, so you pivot. You get a glimpse of something or someone move. The lighting's kind of funny. There's stuff in the way. The gnolls are kind of standing too close together. There's definitely something in there. You feel like you might have to get a bit closer if you want to really see.
How far am I again from this right camp?
I'm going to say that you want it to stay 50 feet away at any given time. And so, yeah, you're about 50 feet away.
That's pretty close.
It is pretty close.
All right, time to get closer.
All right, let's have another stealth roll.
Rup, rup.
You're way out of line of sight, by the way, or, way away from Norion for message.
Sure.
What'd you roll?
Yeah, just let that fall off for now.
I got, let's see.
Don't forget to roll twice
20.
with advantage.
Oh yeah, true. I got 20. Let me try
You
again.
got a dirty 20 or you got a natural 20?
Dirty
Okay.
20. Yeah, I got 14, so no, I'm sticking with the 20.
All right, with the 20, yeah, you feel pretty confident that you can get closer. You gonna do that?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
great.
getting closer.
So you approach the camp, and as you do, the one that's digging in the dirt stands up, turns around, and starts leaning into the stream of water. He's probably about 15 feet away from you. And from this angle, you can see into the cages. There's One of them has a tiger in it.
Oh.
And the other one has what looks like a mangled corpse of some kind.
Ooh. That's so good.
The tiger is sitting there on the ground, panting heavily.
Interesting. I'm probably going to back out now.
Okay.
I'm going to head back towards the group to relay
Okay.
info. Burp, burp.
You do that.
I do that.
You guys, Norhion approaches. Fran stands up and starts walking towards him. She goes, "What did you see?"
I went to the
You said
camp.
Marion again.
Did I? Kildar approaches.
Yeah.
Fran stands up and says, "What did you see?" Norhion, no.
I
I don't know why I do that. Like, I know you guys are two different people.
the camp straight ahead looks to be a big camp. No cages, no nothing like that. But the camp to the right, over this way, I point in the direction of the right camp, has two cages. One with a tiger, and I stutter at my words. One was a mangled corpse.
I didn't know it was a mangled corpse.
A distraught corpse.
Okay.
Destroyed corpse.
How many camps were there?
So far I've seen two. There's one more to the left.
Hildari, there were many, many camps on this mountainside. There were two that you investigated, three that you could feel like you could get close to.
So there's many camps.
She says, many? How many's many?
How many is there? I only saw 3.
You saw dozens and dozens.
It's a lot. Like, probably an army of camps.
She looks shocked at this news. That's terrible news. You know,
Avery looks concerned.
She looks down at the ground and back up towards the rest of you guys and says, "Armies on the move need to be fed. I don't think we're going to find our friends here."
That tracks.
Do you happen to know a spell? That is the locate person or locate object.
I have heard of the spell. I know of the spell. I don't have it copied. I can't use that spell.
Just wish there was a way for us to know for sure if our friends were alive or gone.
She says, "Well, if they're still alive now, they probably wish they aren't."
Now, don't be so down. We probably find them.
She turns slowly to you like I just did.
Hmm.
And then looks back away. Well, they're probably on the move. Do we want to intervene? I don't know what else we can do here. The intent is
What direction does it look like they're moving?
What direction did it look like they were moving?
Fielder.
They're just resting. They don't look to be doing anything special.
That's odd. They don't generally live in like civilized fashion like that.
Yeah, they have campfires, they have tents. Kind of weird.
Were they well made tents? Like of cloth and sack?
Was it?
No, it was,
History check.
It was wood and like leaves, and you could see it because they deforested the area immediately around you.
Yeah. No, they're very natural looking tents, like with leaves and sticks and stuff.
How far was the area without trees?
There was probably 60 to 100 feet of cleared brush. I mean, there were still trees, but it was very obvious that they were harvesting the local surroundings in order to create lodging.
big area. It's like very deserted. Like there's tents there and all that, but there's barely any trees. It cut lots of down.
Yeah, he was in a tree line, basically. That shouldn't be there.
I will be back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'm going
disappears.
to wild shape
Okay.
into a squirrel,
Okay.
and I am going to
What's the squirrel look
run
like?
up, just like one I've seen in the forest, just
Okay.
around. So your standard run-of-the-mill squirrel.
Sure.
One that doesn't look particularly well fed, so that I don't look like a delicious meal.
I don't think they're gonna care, honestly.
I'm going to run to the closest tree to these camps,
Okay, sure.
and I'm going to cast Speak with Plants.
Oh, I like it.
Interesting.
All right, let me get in on this. Let me see what this entails.
You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances. You can also turn difficult terrain caused by plant growth into ordinary terrain that lasts for the duration, or you can turn ordinary terrain into difficult terrain.
What is the duration? Oh, 10 minutes. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and they can perform tasks and et cetera, on your behalf. All right, cool.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Depending on how you feel, it could possibly even go as far as to raise the roots and trip somebody walking by.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm going to cast this on the tree that's closest to the area.
So I need to check something really, really quick. All right. So this is a fuddy-duddy rule that I'm not going to follow, but I want you to know that you cannot cast spells while wild shape. But I don't care because I think that's stupid, and I'm going to let you do it anyway.
Okay. So as a squirrel sitting up in one of the branches.
Yep.
Hello, tree.
And the tree, like, sways.
Could you tell me more about these gnolls that have been terrorizing the wildlife? Have you seen them behaving in a way that is weird?
The tree shakes as though it's scared, and some of the leaves start to fall off of it. Through your communion and without using words, the tree moves in such a way that you can, almost like it has body language, right? And so you get the sense that the gnolls have been moving very quickly and have come out of the mountainside and have made their way down to here and started to tear up the local area.
Do they seem like they're passing through, or are they starting to take root here?
The tree, given its time in existence, shudders again, and you get the feeling that it understands that it may be next and that there's imminent danger.
Try not to worry yourself too much.
Don't worry,
Even if
tree. I'll protect you.
Don't worry,
Sorry.
tree.
Even if you do not stay long in this world, your soul will pass back to the wilds and you will return to your ancestors.
It starts to branch its arms back out, and it's a tree.
It's another tree, and another tree, and another tree.
No, it
One
is a
last
tree.
question.
Yes.
Had you seen some humans be dragged through here alive?
That's a complicated question. Because of how you worded that. It says
Yeah.
no. Not alive.
Ooh.
Thank you. And I lay my head against it, and I say a little druidic prayer to it. And then I run back to the group.
Okay, you do that. The tree cries.
Poor Tree. I'm sorry, Tree. I can't fight an entire no army.
It reaches its branch out to you as if to say, wait, no. Okay. All right,
So,
she comes bounding back.
And I'm going to jump up onto Norion's head. Tug at his hair.
Yes, yes. What is it? What is it, Beavery? Squeavery? Squirlevery?
Weavery?
I'm gonna hop back down and break my wild shape.
You see a squirrel turn into Vivery.
Whoa. Jeez. Gotta be more graceful with that.
That thought it was
You
relative.
throw rats to death. And you worried about my grace?
Well,
Just got a point there, Hilder.
Yeah. As I look up and see a rat scutter right back into my hat.
Unfortunately, no living have passed. So our friends have departed this world. But these gnolls are not behaving in a way that is normal.
Well, Fran, are you planning to come with us past the mountain pass to go beyond this realm, or is our goal here still to defend this elven village?
All right, so that's a great question. And as your DM, I want to present you with some options.
Mm-hmm.
You're at an impasse now.
Mm-hmm.
You could go through this mountain pass. You could find a way around or through and reach civilization again. You could stay, set up defenses, and help defend them from this gnoll invasion. You could also assault them directly yourself. These are 3 options I've given you, and we will do whatever it is we need to do accordingly.
So, I could probably, if we wanted to, I can stealth around and take out numbers, small groups, and reduce them.
Okay, yeah, you could, Yildar. I will tell you. There are probably 200 to 300 gnolls here.
Yeah. We need a nuke.
Or a very crafty plan.
At the very least, we're going to need to warn the rest of the crew, the captain, and the people of the town. These gnolls are coming and coming fast. They are not going back into the mountain. There's something driving them out of that mountain.
Well, you recall the Great Mother saying that they reproduce rapidly and they very quickly deplete the food resources in the area, then have to move on. That seems pretty in character for them, but to set up lodgings to do so is a little weird.
Do I noticing when I went around? Did I notice them with any oddities, or it was just the same as the gnolls we fought?
So they were pretty calm, which was a little strange for you, given the display that you saw the night before. They were very frenzied. You didn't see any large gnolls. You only saw small ones.
Yeah,
about your height,
that is
actually.
true. Okay.
So I will tell you, if you guys want to take the defense route, there will be a few days before this attack occurs, and we can set up whatever it is you want to set up in that time.
Okay.
This is me giving you the opportunity to be creative.
Nuke.
From a Norion standpoint, I needed to go and at least make sure that my Grand Wizard is safe, or at least is aware of what's coming. So my vote's going to be to alert the village, and it's only going to take, 2-3 hours to get back there?
Yes. It'll probably be early evening by the time you guys get back.
We have to at least warn them. They
Yeah.
have to know what's coming. These gnolls are not acting normal, and I worry that this has something to do with your rune.
They're coming from the direction that's north of us. Then it is possible that what has been uncovered is part of that. And they should be based on the geography of the situation here. So I would assume until we find otherwise, they are in fact influenced as such.
Oh. Oh wait, no, I already used that, didn't I? Damn it.
I don't know. What are you thinking? Talk to me.
I was gonna use scroll of identify to see if there's any magic around the area, but
So that's just for
I-
appraisal purposes. If you want to use an Arcana roll to see if you can sense magic, absolutely.
I could.
You could roll for it. Absolutely. This is D&D. You want to play the game, we can roll some dice.
I'm gonna scout again. See if maybe there's some magic around here.
All right. While Hilder does that, I'm going to go make myself some coffee.
Okay.
I think actually, in general, well, Hilder, let's if you're, you know what, we have a few things we need you to do scouting wise. The rest of us go coordinate with the village, and at least Don Quixote, friend, and I can come back out here and pick you up. We need to see if we can find the big gnolls, because if we can find the big ones, if there are big ones, then we might be able to take them out. Don't try to do it on your own, but if you find them, like, make a map or something and let us know.
I pat my pockets and go, well, I don't know if I have any paper.
No.
Fran pulls out some paper and hands it to you.
No. Oh, I don't know if I can write with anything.
She's like,
Yeah, you have a dagger?
yeah, you can cut yourself.
Cut myself. Good idea.
You take one
I'll
damage.
use some dirt.
No.
You have a
I'll use
little
some dirt.
club full of axes, Hilder. You could chop up a tree and, like, dagger into the bark to make a map.
She hands you a stick of charcoal.
Okay, this will work. I pocket the items.
Alright.
Alright.
So yeah, you go do what you're gonna do. We're gonna go head back to the village.
Okay. Scouting tab. Stealth roll.
Great. Yeah, give me a stealth roll. You going back to where you were?
Yes, I got 17 this time, but I'm going to drink an
twice.
invisibility potion again.
How many potions do
Oh
you
yeah, I
have?
rolled twice. I have plenty. Remember, I bought 5.
Okay. Works for me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna remove another one. There we go. Wait, why is that? There we go. It's updated. So yeah, no, I'm sticking with 17 because I got 8. On my
Yeah, I'll
second roll.
do that. Okay. Yeah, you feel like no one can sense you.
Poof.
Tell me
I
what you're doing.
disappear. I'm gonna head back to the right camp.
The one you didn't check out, or are you going back to the cage?
Actually, I'm gonna check the left one now. The one we
Okay.
didn't check.
Yep. So you start approaching the left one. This one is multi-tiered. There's 3 levels to it because it seems to coil up a small dirt path into the mountainside. At the bottom, there is one really big tent with a flap opening that you can't see through. It's a gray tent. It's kind of torn torn cloth that has been stretched haphazardly over what you assume are logs. On the second tier is a row of razor sharp weapons of varying degrees of decay and of use or misuse. And at the very top is what appears to be a carriage of some kind that hasn't moved ostensibly because the wheels on it are broken in many places. And inside the carriage sits a pair of gnolls.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do an Arcana roll then.
Sure, give me an Arcana roll.
I'm gonna stretch out my hand and I don't know, close my eyes or something.
Okay.
Woo! Nice. I got 21 in total. It's a dirty.
Okay.
dirty one.
From the tent, Actually, you get a sense of some kind of magical influence going on.
Not good. Just this tent.
Just the tent. You look around. There's some scattered. I want to say like particles, I guess, on the breeze. I mean, but you feel like that's probably coming from anywhere.
Okay. So this tent has a strong scent, I guess. I'm going to get closer.
Okay. I'm going to keep your 21 for now. Oh, 17 is what you rolled, right?
Yeah, 17.
Okay.
21 was for the Arcana.
I'm going to keep that for now. If you start doing some weird stuff or something changes, you're going to have to roll again. You understand?
True. Yep, understand.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, I'm gonna be clear. You're putting yourself in grave peril. You understand that?
No, I don't. But I'm doing it anyways.
Great. Let's do it. So you approach this tent. How do you want to approach it? What's your goal here?
I mostly just want to see into this tent, but from a distance.
So there's two flaps that are open. There's one at the front and one at the back. It's kind of like a pitched tent, whereas the entire center is held up by a log at either end, and then probably some sort of line or stick that's holding the rest of the tent up between the two poles.
I'm going to look for the front.
It's big, right? So it's like 30 feet long. It's a really big tent.
Oh, okay. Alright. Let's have a look.
Like a multi-person tent.
Multi-person tent.
I'm just trying to give you visualization.
I'm going to have a look through the front. What do I see?
Okay, so as you're approaching, there are gnolls that are kind of just walking about. They don't seem like they're on patrol, but I mean, you don't imagine a gnoll even knows what patrol means. And you're pretty easily and handily get around them, right? Because they can't see you. One of them kind of stops and sniffs the air for a second, but then just keeps on walking. It is getting darker for you, but it's not crazy dark. You sense it's probably because of the mountain and the cloud overhead that are and the fact that fires and smoke. Anyway.
Yep.
So you approach the tent. The flaps are closed. If you would like to get close, I mean they're not like sealed, but they're not wide open either.
No, I thought they were open.
No, I mean you could tell that that's where the entrance is.
Yeah.
You could probably use some sort of invisible something to open them. I mean,
I was gonna get to that. I was trying to figure out how far am I from it. Just want to see where I am.
Well,
visually.
How far do you want to be?
I want to stay far, but not too far. Let me have a look at my mage hand again.
Okay.
See how far.
30 feet, I think.
Invisible pingus.
Something I have butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah.
Invisible pingus. I feel I literally am getting like chills.
Yeah, you feel this like overwhelming sense of dread just being in this area. You're right on top of a literal army of gnolls.
Yeah.
You guys fought, what, 7 of them last night. Just 7.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use my mage hand invisible.
Okay.
And peek inside.
All right. Peek inside how? You're going to pull it open?
Slightly ajar it from a distance.
How far of a distance? This is important.
20.
Okay, from 20 feet away, you're going to try and look inside a tent that you barely open.
Yeah.
You see a light coming from inside, but it's not a normal looking light. It's a purple light.
Interesting. I let go of the tent to let it droop peacefully back down.
You do that. It happens. You explode.
Got Super Serious over. How's the environment? Has anyone changed?
I mean, there's gnolls walking around. The ones in the carriage don't seem to have moved at all.
I'm going to roll investigate. I want to see what's going on here. Like,
How do
is
you
there any
investigate
traps?
a camp? Traps? Okay. Sure,
I'm
give me an
going
investigation
to.
roll.
I'm gonna see any traps on the ground. Anything really for traps.
Okay.
So roll. I rolled. Wait, what's traps again? That's investigation.
Investigation,
So, total 13 in total.
So you don't see any traps. You haven't really seen any traps, even on y'all's approach. It doesn't look like they're trying to trap anything or keep anything out.
It's just the camp. Okay.
It seems like, yeah, I mean, you get the sense that there's probably some hubris involved.
What's hubris?
Hubris says, I am too good. I don't need to resort to, willy tactics. I could just punch you into submission. That's hubris.
May I ask a question about my abilities?
Yeah, what's up?
Can I use 2 cantrips at the same time?
As long as they're 6 seconds apart. If you do anything that requires something to react to you, it will break invisibility.
Question.
Shit.
Yes.
If one is vocal and one is somatic, could you then cast them at the same time?
If the duration or the if the duration is 1 action, that's 6 seconds of time. So no. If it requires in combat that you use an action to use it, that is 6 seconds. At least.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's
Because-
vocal, you're talking. BTW.
Yeah, because like Mold Earth is just somatic.
Right.
So
you wouldn't have to
since-
speak. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, that's why I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, no. You would have to. It would be in 6 second intervals, right? Which would be hard to use it to fight a fire, but I mean, it would work eventually.
Which one is it? I'm trying to. I'll explain what I'm trying to do.
Sure.
I don't want it to be sus. The random fucking tent opening with no.
I mean, it's kind of
action.
breezy. That doesn't
okay.
seem too far off.
Okay, I was gonna make some wind.
You
Just
can
like.
do that, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
If you want to
Just
blow
make
some
some-
wind in there, you absolutely can get it to, blow the flaps open. However, is this a verbal component?
That is the question.
Are you prestidigitating or are you minor illusioning?
Both of them. Actually no. I'm going to do minor illusion.
Okay, tell me about minor illusion.
You can create an image such as a GIF. You can create a sound.
Okay, so this is
Volume.
somatic, so it means you don't have to speak. So you're clear there.
Yeah. But the mage hand is verbal.
Okay, so you cast it before. I let you roll on the 17, so you're fine. You're close now. If you want to do that again, you will be making some more stealth rolls.
Yeah. Fuck it. Oh god. Okay. I rolled a 14 in total
Okay.
for stealth.
What did you do?
I used my hand again, mage hand,
All right, give me a
to
second.
open the flap.
Wow, look at that. All right,
What's up?
I rolled a 14 as well,
Oh,
but you don't know what that means. But
no, I don't.
I know what that means.
I can't metagame, so I have to go with it. I'm going to do minor illusion of small whisper of wind
Yeah, doing
at
what?
the door.
At the door.
Yeah, at this flap, the front flap.
What'd you
that I
do
can
with your
see.
hand?
I opened the flap.
I mean,
Like-
what's the duration on your hand?
It's 1 minute, so
Okay.
it
Yeah, I'd
should
definitely
be still
say it.
active.
Oh, no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that.
Okay, so
From the original
Nice.
cast, I mean, because you could have just had it follow you.
true. Yeah, I've just pushed the flap
So
inwards with a wind.
Okay, yeah, so you blow the flap inwards. You could have blown it outwards. You don't have to see where you minor illusion. That doesn't say
Yeah.
specifically where you can see.
True. Within range. It just says range.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to see. You can blow it open from the inside if you want.
Okay, anyways. Inside.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you blow it open inside, and for a moment you get a full glimpse of what's in there. There is a gnoll who is kneeling on the ground, and there is a wooden totem-like object in front of him, and it is glowing a bright purple. And this gnoll is wearing blue jewelry and blue adornments that there's sticks that have been carved that are like wrapped around his back that are poking out at odd angles. And he appears to be chanting in a low tone.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to immediately get the fuck out of there.
Okay. As you start to walk away, you hear the crunch of footsteps approaching your general area as a pair of gnolls have heard you cast Mage Hand and then have come to investigate.
Fuck. Shit. I saw invisibility.
Yep. They start to sniff the air.
Shit.
One of them nudges the other one with its elbow, and it kind of yips back at the other guy with his teeth. It makes a clunch in the air.
I'm gonna keep on going backwards slowly.
Okay. What's your
Keep
intent
backing
here?
up.
Things
To
are
escape.
happening. All right. One more stealth roll, sir.
Fuck me. Oh. Panic. Oh. Okay. 17 in total.
Okay. Are you ready?
Oh god.
They turn around and head back up the path.
Oh. God.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you poop your pants a little?
Yeah.
I pooped his pants a little.
Yeah. Because I remember, I can visualize this stuff. So I'm visualizing this little camp and this dude praying, and then I just see these two guys just start approaching my general direction. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Great, so you get away.
Yeah, fucking hell. Oh.
Before we jump back to you guys, I have got to urinate something fierce.
Okay. Oh my
So
god.
why don't we take 2 minutes, and then we'll jump in where you guys are.
Excellent.
All right. I'll be right back.
So I made caramel cinnamon lavender latte.
Delicious.
Yeah, it takes a minute because I have to brew each espresso shot. So.
Gotcha.
But it is very delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's sweetened with brown sugar and some caramel creamer, and then milk, and then cinnamon, and a little bit of lavender syrup, and 2 shots of espresso.
Fancy. Oh my, it was a real fucking emotion. With me sneaking around. That was pretty fun.
You should do it more.
I literally like got into the character. How I was feeling in the moment, where I was like panicking. I was like scared for my life because there was all these gnolls like roaming around, and out of nowhere, this gnoll just sniffing there and then nudging the dude, and I'm like, oh fuck.
You should sink into Healdar more. Get in the moment. Do some RP.
That's what I do.
Phew.
You know, you're day 3 with no alcohol. You got to be twitching a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got sweaty palms under those new gloves.
Yeah.
And the sweaty mom's spaghetti.
Vomit on his boots already. Wait, no, that's not right.
No, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
I received all that away.
All right, by the skin of your teeth, sir, you escape.
Yes.
Norheon, Viveri, You guys are heading back to warn everyone.
Wait.
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
I don't think you get a victory song for fleeing successfully.
I think he does. That was
Yeah,
tight.
That was really tight. You have no idea, Cross.
That is
Oh my.
absolutely a victory.
I got intel. Very important
You did?
intel.
Yeah, Cross, how does Hildar feel about that?
That I am surprised that I'm still alive and think I'm dead.
Do you think you would have pulled it off if you had been drunk?
Oh no. Maybe.
Is
Oh,
this
probably
making
not.
Hildar rethink his drinking?
Probably. With all my previous drinking messing up stealth rolls all beforehand, I think, yeah.
All right.
Let's head back, I guess.
Yeah, well, they're pretty far ahead of you now. But I mean, you could head back too.
Well, this is running congruent.
Yeah.
So we're a little bit ahead, and then if we have enough time, we're gonna come back to try to pick him up. So.
Yep.
Yeah. But Hilder, do you think you could have gone down the poop chute sober?
No, I could not.
That was masterful what you did there. That earned you a point of inspiration, if you recall.
Oh, what does that do again?
It gives you a guaranteed critical success or guaranteed hit in combat.
Yeah, but you used it, remember, a while ago?
I did.
Yeah, you used it.
What did I use?
You still have
it?
yours, Vivery, and I think I still gave you one, Maria.
I've got one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what you used it on.
I
Do you
can't remember either.
I think it was to re-roll a dex save.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you used it pretty early. I think it was in the next major combat you had used it.
Okay.
Which, considering I believe you landed the killing blow on that monster, that was probably worth it.
So the three of you guys, the two of you and Fran, are heading back. Do you want to jump to where you're there, or do you want to role play it out?
I don't know. Norion, do you want to roleplay interactions with Fran?
Sure. Everyone wants more Fran time, right?
So where do you keep all of your spells? Like, you don't see here in your book at all.
Oh, they come from within, inside me, deep inside me.
Do you eat your spells?
No, they're like there from even before birth, like they just they arrive, it's like it's like when you just know something and then you just do something and it just happens.
Like how you tie your shoes?
No one teach you how to tie your shoes?
I just knew how to do it instinctively.
Well, then, yeah, like that.
Fascinating. Okay, so you guys get to the village again. There's a pair of guards there that greet you at the outskirts as they hear you guys coming. Seems everybody's a little bit on edge.
Norian, you go tell Captain, and I will speak to the mother.
Okay.
Who first?
Norian, he
Great.
takes longer.
Okay. So the guards approach you guys and they're like, "Do you have any news?"
Knolls. Lots of knolls. Lots and lots of knolls.
He says, "Larissa already filled us in. We're sorry about your ship."
Thank you. I don't think we're quite as sad about it as she is, though.
They kind of look at each other and look back at you. How many?
I do
knolls?
miss my quarters. Don't get me wrong. How many knoll? Kjelder's finding out exactly how many right now, but we're multiple camps worth of knolls, and they're not behaving normally, but we expect they'll attack the village in the next day or two.
That's terrible news. We have to start defenses. We have to start building up.
We do, and I'll help you with that in just a second. Where's Captain Larissa?
She last we saw of her, she was in the communal quarters.
All right, I'm going to head over there now with Don Quixote.
Okay, you do that. They
Fran, you can come too if you want.
Yeah, Fran. I mean, let's just assume she's just with you. The two guards like spread out and start to inform everyone else about what's going on. You and Fran approach the community lodgings. It's not very big. It's probably about a 30-foot building with 4 or 5 rooms inside.
Is the door open or closed?
The door's open, like ajar.
Fran, would you like to do the honors?
Fran says, certainly, and her fists catch fire.
I like that, but just gonna push the door open.
Oh, right. Okay, Cross. And she
We've got to enter Grand Lake, right?
Yeah, okay. And she extinguishes her fist and opens the door.
Excellent. All right. Now we're inside. We're looking for the captain.
I'm gonna go now. I'll be gone for a while there.
Oh, okay. Are you gone? And then he died.
Colonel.
I think he's thinking about it.
I'm trying to sneak around.
Oh no,
but
he's
I'm
gone.
dummy
He's
thick.
avoiding.
Yeah, gone.
And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Give us an estimate on time so we know how to AFK your character out.
Probably an hour or so.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, so it's a 3-hour journey, isn't it? Way back, anyways.
Yeah, so you'll instead of us coming to get you, we'll just have you walking back.
Yeah, there you
go. I got you covered.
Right.
There you go.
Boop, boop.
Good.
Perfect. Right.
Safe journeys.
Or safe shits, whichever the two it is.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Actually worked out pretty nice. Like y'all split up naturally, and now he's coming back later.
Yes.
There we go.
That's perfect.
Yeah, great. So when you guys walk in, there's like one room straight ahead, and all the rest of them are on your left. And then the one straight ahead, you see Hollard and Harmony and Larissa, and they're talking about the ship and their belongings on the ship and all that stuff, and the people who are missing.
Ah, perfect. All 3 of the people I want to see all at the same time. Allard, how the firebolts going?
Fran sheds a tear. Allard looks up at you and goes, "Oh, I've almost made one."
All right. What other spells do you know, Hollard?
I know fly. I know. God, I don't know. Wait, let me check. He knew like 3 spells the last I remember. I know firebolt. I know create fire, create flame, whatever, that one. I know. And he keeps going on and on with cantrips, and you realize he's got the basics down.
Fran, do you think you might be able to help my Grand Wizard over here with some advanced math?
Fran pulls out her musical book and looks over at Hollard, who's got his butterfly collection book, and they start to compare notes.
Thank you, Fran. This means a lot to me. A lot.
Now, this is an F clef, but this is kind of like your monarch. And he starts nodding. F-A-C-E. And he's like, but they don't have faces. She's like, no, those are the notes. This makes a prestidigitation. You realize this is probably going to take some time.
That's what I expected. I'm going to turn to Larissa.
Yes.
Captain.
Yes.
We currently have Hjalder scouting the rest of the Knoll camps, trying to find the big boys. But as of right now, there are multiple Knoll camps about 3 hours from here. We believe that they are moving down from the mountains, and we expect an attack imminently within the next day or two upon this village.
That's troubling news. These people are basically defenseless.
We're gonna work on that. We're gonna make defenders out of these defenseless elves.
Somehow you'll make a man out of them.
Well, no, they're elves, and I'm only a half human myself, so
okay.
I don't know if I can specifically make a human out of them, but we'll see what we can do.
She nods.
At least we're not making dwarves, right?
She also kind of slowly nods.
Okay, right. So in any case, the other matter we were looking into, Vivri talked to some trees.
Okay. Were there
And
hallucinogenics involved? As
no,
captain, I have to ask these questions.
I mean, it's a good point. I don't think she's been eating her own potatoes. So I think we're okay there.
All right. Whose potatoes has she been eating?
I don't know what she's been eating lately, but I don't think she had a good berry either. Hjalder ate one of those though.
This is all very pertinent information. I'm glad we're spending time discussing this.
Nothing but the details, ma'am. Right. In any case, the trees told her that there are no living. I think she said humans, and I'm a little concerned about that because there are some elves and some non-humans, and I don't know if the tree interpreted the question correctly. But Vivri seemed pretty convinced that everyone was dead, and Fran over here also likewise did not have any reason. Like, it would not fit with Knowles to not have eaten them by now, basically.
Larissa looks over at Fran, who is like drawing a symbol of wings with the musical notes coming off of it, and Holler's nodding along. There are many hundreds of gnolls, and they're trying to currently decide whether they want to defend the village that they're going to leave defenseless, or go across the mountain pass by themselves, or attack them head on. I mean, it's whatever they want to do. I'm here for it.
What about a hybrid?
I mean, you could try and do all three at once. There are three of you. Run straight at him. Min wants to die, you guys.
Oh, if Hjalder rolls a 1.
Oh, God. Hjalder almost died. He went into the camp and was almost detected. What did you make for dinner, by the way? And why aren't you sharing? Georgia's not that far.
Yeah, there's the Georgia and Ohio food pipeline.
Yeah. It's straight out of Columbus, Ohio. Straight into Georgia. Corn and potato chowder sounds great. So Larissa nods to you and says, I guess we should probably speak to the defense, the guards, and figure out what we can do. Columbus, Georgia. Wow, there you go. That's perfect.
Columbus to Columbus.
Yeah, it's like a portal.
Yeah, I had some ideas, Larissa, as far as defense goes. I don't know if Vivri's going to like them, but Vivri is currently talking to the elder, so hopefully she'll take care of all that. Okay. So, if you're up for it, let's go talk to the guards and implement some real defensive plans here.
She nods because, it's probably for the best. All right. Vivri, the Great Mother.
Do you wanna get ready for old lady?
Yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem. Come into the light, dearie. I can't see your face. No, all right.
Vivri walks up to her, rather hurried, and speaking in Elven.
Yeah, so you approach the pavilion. I'm going to start calling it after I belch off mic. Hang on. The pavilion, flanked by the two guards who see you approaching and nod to you as you get closer to them. As they see you're in a hurried stance.
We have to speak to Mother very quickly.
Yeah, well, yes, right away. Go ahead. I mean, it's just an open space. She sits in the middle on a giant chair, if you recall.
Thank you.
Like the chair is way too big for her. It's kind of comical.
I walk in hurriedly.
Yeah, you see her
See
sitting
if I remember
on
the correct expression.
Perfect. I love it.
I have a worried one. I just have to find it.
It's definitely not that one. That one makes it look like a mermaid.
Maybe I am a mermaid.
Maybe.
Are they considered a creature that can be shapeshifted into?
No, just beasts. Mermaids are humanoids.
I could be a fish
She could be, yeah.
or a manatee.
Yep.
There you go. Yep. That'd be pretty. It's pretty spot on.
Or a shark. Or an orca. It depends on how far you go.
You really wanted to be an orca, Troy?
I'm not scared of the word orca or the thought experiment of an orca. I'm scared of orcas.
What if I put it in a Bing image generator?
That depends. Can you make it the size of an actual orca and send it to me?
With enough time, yes.
Well, then, yeah. If I could observe it in all of its splendor, then yeah, that would probably intimidate me.
We're gonna mail you like a giant pack, like an inch thick pack of paper and instructions. Tape this together.
Side A to side B1. Like, what the heck am I putting together? And by the time I'm done, oh dear God, I just go into seizures. It's not funny. Don't laugh about that.
It's more the thought of you just taping together this abstract, like massive pack of papers.
It's like every now and again.
Step back.
Yeah, I step back and look at it. I'm like, what is this? What did they send me?
And you're just like, why? It's Trog's villain origin story.
Oh God.
Okay, hold on. I have to stop laughing, or I can't do the voice.
Okay, serious face.
Mother, we have very little time.
I was afraid you'd be back. I was afraid you'd be back.
There are hundreds of gnolls coming down off the mountain, and they are behaving very strange. They are creating structures, and the trees are crying. They are destroying everything in their path, and we have maybe days before they reach your village.
She nods slowly. She says, it is as I feared then. They have come once again, and once again we will have to fight them off. She sighs.
They aren't behaving like normal. I'm worried that these gnolls may be harder than the ones we've seen in the past.
What do you mean they're behaving abnormally? They usually spread their ferocity and devour everything in a region.
That's the thing. They are not behaving frenzied or hurried at all. They are calm, and they seem to be plotting, and I'm afraid that they may have a more strategy to their attacks.
Civilized gnolls. In all of my years, I've never considered such a thing. They are irrational beasts. Something else must be going on. What have you learned?
We are waiting for Hildar to make it back. He went to get a closer look, but the trees have never felt so scared.
That's very peculiar. We will need to start defense at once. Prepare defenses. Words, I can use them. I'm old, but I still remember how to speak.
It is either defend or run.
We live here. We've lived here for so long. We've nowhere else to go. The closest civilization is many days away.
That is a choice for your people to make, but we will lend what aid we can.
I suppose that, suppose we will meet each other once again on the battlefield.
And she nods at her. I must go speak to the captain now.
Yes, of course. I have preparations I need to make.
Vivri leaves, muttering to herself about how everything in this world just seems to be about death.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. So you storm out and you where are you headed to?
To
To find everyone.
Lysra and Fran and.
Yep. You
So
hear them murmuring.
there's been a splintering over there.
Splintering.
Yeah, Larissa and I have gone to the outskirts to talk to the guard captains and all that, or
Okay.
the leader. But what do you call it? Fran and Wizard are chilling together still.
Okay. Yeah, they're preparing whatever they can prepare magically. So who you hit? You're gonna meet the wizards if you go to the house. Otherwise, you're gonna see Norian on the outskirts with Larissa.
I'm prioritizing Larissa because we need to talk about the fact that the people are dead.
Okay, yeah. So you come out of there and you see Norhion walking with Larissa, and they're like on the overgrown wooden fence outskirts of the town, looking into the forest.
Right. So Larissa, about the 30 feet out there, we're gonna have to keep digging a circle around, so that we can prevent the fire from leaping into the village. Get it?
Yeah, we should definitely put up some palisade walls too. We could probably cut these tree logs into spikes.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, Vivri.
Captain,
Yes?
I wish I could say that we found them, but I'm feeling quite certain that they are gone.
She looks sullen. You can tell as she reaches down inside of herself and pushes that feeling of sadness back down. She looks at you and says, the best thing we can do is protect the people that are here. We need to make preparations immediately.
Yes, I get the distinct feeling that Mother is going to ask that everything here defended, even though I mentioned that perhaps.
Your audio cut out.
It's because of the activity.
Okay.
I mentioned that leaving might be an option, but she seems quite determined to try to defend this village.
Larsa says, where would they go? You were with me when we were looking. We were in the sky. I don't remember seeing anything around here.
It would require us to all leave immediately. This much wood, we might have been able to craft some kind of ship if Fran could get it airborne, but...
Do we have any shipbuilders here? That it still look like the traveling type.
Well, I think that with the amount of wood here, that we may be able to fashion a hull using the trees, coax them. They are masters at getting trees to grow in specific shapes, and it would take much energy, but I do think that I could speed the process to make more. The hardest part would be figuring out the sails, but they do have tailors here. I think it would be doable, but they seem to want to try and save here.
She says that's an interesting proposition. If we could get the entire village in on it, it's extremely possible. Problem is, we don't know when the gnolls will be here. They could jump us mid-ship build, and then we'd be completely defenseless.
Yes, I thought of that too. I'm worried though. They already put the old ship to the ground. There is nothing but flammability everywhere.
But we can use that to our advantage.
Explain.
Well, everything around here is flammable. So if we build a buffer between the village and the very flammable forest, then we can burn the knolls, save the village, and the trees will regrow eventually. I'm sure our druid friend here might be willing to expedite that process even.
Do you know how long it would take to regrow a forest on my own?
The knolls are going to tear it down anyway.
He's got a point. They don't seem intent to stay put, as so to speak.
One fireball could level most of this forest and take out the majority of null forces and come in here at the right time.
I suppose we could cast some form of what is the word? You know, where you cannot see.
Like an invisibility spell?
But over the whole village and their farms.
You want to
You wanna-
disappear the village?
Possibly.
Wouldn't the gnolls who had directed the attack earlier have already known that it's here? I mean, obviously we killed all of them, but I imagine that if there's a whole multiple encampments of gnolls, that those gnolls couldn't be the only gnolls that know about this village.
Well, if you burn the surrounding forest and we hide the village, they would have no reason to walk over here.
Except that
That
this
is true.
entire area would be bereft of burns. Not to mention we would still smell.
Wouldn't the spell make it look like the same burnt? Couldn't we project whatever image we wanted to show?
Well,
These are probably questions for Fran.